Assistant Freddie Kitchens expected to take over play calling duties. Meanwhile, New York has another concern. That would be quarterback Daniel Jones, believes ESPN's Marcus Spears.
Inconsistency, not knowing what type of guy you're going to get each and every Sunday. And I hate the way that Daniel Jones plays scared or almost in a panic at times. Like, dude, be an athlete. Don't throw the damn ball to a defensive lineman. Be an athlete. Make a play.
Our Marcus Spears. Quarterback Andy Dalton starts for the Bears on Thanksgiving Day against the Lions. Justin Fields out with injured ribs. He will return to the starting job once he's healthy enough to play, according to coach Matt Nagy. Baseball, the Rays and star shortstop Wander Franco agreed on a 12-year contract, guaranteed $185 million. It's worth a max of $223 million.
Introducing ATG by Wrangler. We are all greater outdoors, and this apparel doesn't compromise, conform, or call it quits. So, when you're heading into the wild, wearing ATG should be second nature. Shop Wrangler.com today.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar Levine Studios.
This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austen Lane.
Hey, welcome in Tuesdays from Top Golf. Brent Martineau along with Austen Lane. We got the champ. He's coming. He's coming late, though. I mean, he just called me. He said something shut off on his bike. I'm not talking about his bicycle, his motorcycle. You know, when you're the champ and you knock somebody out and you win in a fourth round TKO, you kind of just you drive in on your Harley. I think it's a Harley. It's a Harley, right, Casey?
I think so.
Yeah. And so, well, that's what he was doing. But apparently he's not far. He might have to walk the rest of the way. Thinks it might be a battery. So he'll be here. You know what is here? Nothing but cakes.
How about that?
White fudge-covered Oreo bites. Dropped you some off, didn't I, Casey?
You did. Man of your word. Good
you
word.
You know what else? Look at this. Look at this in the video screen. What is that right there?
Not going to lie to you, Brent. Don't see it yet, so I might want to save this bit for a little later on in the show.
Oh, I thought you could see me. You don't see me? They haven't got us through, huh?
I don't see you, no.
God, come on. Let's go. I told you it was about 2:30 we should have sent that text to those guys. Anyway, we'll show you what that is in just a little bit. We got all the goodies here on this last day before Thanksgiving for us. We'll be off tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. It's busy here at Top Golf. By the way, Tuesdays at Top Golf, they kill it during the holiday season, and they kill it all the time. But it's getting real busy, you can tell. So good crowd out here for Tuesdays at Top Golf, and glad to be here on the holiday week. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz, and hey, we found somebody's offense that's just as bad, if not worse than the Jags. I don't know if you can be worse, but it's just as bad, and that's the New York Giants. That was a disgusting display of football by their offense, by Daniel Jones. But honestly, it was hard. Daniel Jones wasn't very good, but they couldn't block anybody. I mean, that offensive line. Again, everybody who criticizes the Jags offensive line, watch the Giants offensive line. Watch the Jets offensive line. Watch Chicago's offensive line. They would all take this offensive line. And by the way, 15 other teams would too. I'm convinced of it. The crazy part about the Jags offense being so bad is that it's really not all on the offensive line. Now, they haven't been great at times, but they really are not as porous as their output on offense is. And the Giants were terrible up front. It's two different class of teams. Tampa Bay has a chance to go back-to-back, and they're that kind of team. So they looked like it a little bit more so yesterday against the Giants. And how about Jason Garrett getting fired? He is done with the New York Giants, so they're already making a move.
Yeah, well, when it looks that bad.
Yeah, and what's interesting now, you got Daniel Jones at the potentially end of his Giants career.
Likely, I would say.
And you have a guy like Trevor Lawrence at the beginning. You cannot make a move like that here in Jacksonville. You just can't.
You're saying mid-season?
You can't do that. You can't do that to a young quarterback. That is not – that shows you're a mess more than anything. I think you can debate whether you should do it in the offseason because you want continuity. Continuity is important. And by the way, nobody likes offensive coordinators, any of them. Who are you getting? You have to always wonder who you're getting. I think it's a curiosity of mine of Dan Mullen being fired. Who are you getting? You getting a better coach? You're probably going to get a better recruiter. You always have to ask that. Who are you getting on the other side? You want Jawan Taylor being gone at right tackle? Fine. Who are you getting? You know,
Yeah.
like those are real questions. Those aren't questions that the fan base, like, I don't care, just give me something different. They just want their feelings to, be felt, their emotions to be heard. And that's not the way they think down there in building. So if you think because Jason Garrett got let go that, look, Darrell Bevell might be next for the Jags, look at their offense. It ain't happening. Like, they will not fire Darrell Bevell this in-season especially. And I'm still not convinced they're going to fire him at the end of the season. Urban Meyer will take a hard look at that, and a lot of times you do make moves. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but he talked highly of Bevell yesterday, too. I mean, I think there is so much going on that it's hard to pinpoint anyone. It's hard to say, hey, Trevor, it's your fault. It's your offensive line's fault. Hey, it's just the receiver's fault. Hey, it's just the offensive coordinator's fault. It's been so many different parts that are bad. That's what's really difficult. You hope something is just bad. Like, maybe it's the quarterback. Well, I'm glad that's not the case. Or it's just the receivers, or it's just the play caller, or it's just the O-line. When everything takes turns being bad, well, that's a problem. Because what's your identifier? And there really isn't one. So it's not just one single identifier for the Jacksonville Jaguars offense that struggles. This is the time to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons come to town. They have 43 points in their last 4 games combined. And I think that was one game that had like a really good output, maybe against the Saints or something. Like 25 of those points came in that one. The Jaguars have not scored more than 23 points in a game. I think the recipe here is really simple for the Jacksonville Jaguars. If they're going to win this football game, they have to score 24 points. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. They have to hit their new high for the season. They have to score 24 points. If they score 24 points, I think they win the football game. I think it's that simple.
Boy, what a tough task we're asking for 24 points in the NFL. Shame on us. It's the shame of the season. But, yeah.
Don't steal my line.
No,
I told you it's the shame of the season. There's a lot of shames of the season then.
They just keep going around. I think I don't know if it's a year line. I think it's more of a station line, but you can claim it. That's fine. I'm going to keep using it, though. I'm not going to stop. The Atlanta defense is not any good. So 24 points, I don't know if we're going to see it, to be honest with you, but it should be a attainable number for sure.
The question is, can they score 24 points?
Probably not.
I know the trend doesn't say that, but, come on. It's 24 points.
Well, yeah, but you have nothing. Besides the fact that you're just going to say it's 24 points, you have nothing to fall back on that says, see, they could score 24 points. There's no evidence here.
No, there's really not a lot of evidence that they can do it. Their best, from a really looking good on offense perspective and consistent on offense, I really think goes back to, the Cincinnati game, where they would have scored 3 times in the first half. They would have had 21 points in the first 2 quarters.
Right.
And then they actually put together it was an impressive, go back to that third quarter, and all the momentum was with Cincinnati, and then Trevor and company put together a nice drive to get to 21 points. And then they couldn't get more than that. But they really had 4 really good drives that should have netted them 28 points in that game. We all know what happened on that 4th down play. So I think that's that is where the evidence lies. You got to go all the way back to, what was that, week 3 or 4? 3? That's it. And since then, they've just been broken with the dysfunction and kind of jagged running game that they have, which they don't know what they can rely on. They don't know if James Robinson's going to be healthy. They don't know if he's hurt where they shouldn't be able to run him. They don't know what to rely on in their running game, and I think that's problematic. Meanwhile, you look at Atlanta, and, they don't have Calvin Ridley, obviously. Their offensive line was so bad that Thursday night game. Holy cow. The Jags, I understand that they'll do stuff now and coaching it up to get better. Atlanta will, to kind of say, all right, we need to do this and protect Matt Ryan. But the Jags have got to be drooling looking at that tape. Their defensive front, which has been playing better football, they could dominate this game. They really should dominate this game, because that offensive line of the Falcons was just horrendous. And I understand the defensive front of the Patriots is pretty good and probably better than the Jags. Judon's played so well. Barmore's played well for them. But it's not crazy better. Listen, we have a Judon-esque player. We have Josh Allen here in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. Malcolm Brown and Devon Hamilton have been creating some havoc now in that interior, and even Taven Bryan's name should come in to play here. And so maybe they can do what the Barmores and company did for the Patriots. I'm not saying the Jags should be as dominant. Again, I think there'll be some corrections on the Atlanta side of things, but there's a chance to be dominant on that side of the ball for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The question is, can they score? And can they get turnovers and give the ball back and do what they did against the Buffalo Bills to kind of put their offense in a pretty good situation? And even if it's kicking field goals, at least you're getting points. So that's going to be something to watch in this game for the Jacksonville Jaguars coming up on Sunday. But, I mean, I don't sit here and tell you I love the Jags in this game. I don't know what to do in this game coming up on Sunday. Atlanta's awful, and they're really Jekyll and Hyde. And they'll jump out the leads and blow them. And then they came back and beat the Saints. But the Saints stink right now, and they really have for the last 4 weeks. So that win isn't that all impressive. And I really don't know what to think about the Jags. The Jags right now are awful. They're not good. And they're getting depleted by injury. And so you've just got two teams that look like they're really going nowhere in terms of building momentum and direction. And that's really hard to pinpoint what they're going to look like 5 days from now here in Jacksonville. But I hope there's a little bit of desperation in the Jags in terms of getting a W. I mean, coming off that game, they have to play with some sense of urgency and hey, we cannot look like that 2 weeks in a row. And I'd like to buy into the fact that the Jags are not going to look like that 2 consecutive weeks.
Yeah, I hear you. I just can't buy into it yet. But I think with Atlanta, it's obviously an opponent you can beat, which is a weird thing to say when you look as bad as you have recently. But Atlanta's no good. The Jags, I guess we're no good too. So I don't know how many people are going to be watching outside of Jacksonville and Atlanta, but it's going to be hopefully at least an exciting game and not garbage on the field like we've seen from both teams of late.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It could certainly be garbage. Are the Tampa Bay Bucks, are they about to catch a groove? Did we learn anything about the Bucks last night? Or was that just a Giants team that was so bad and obviously just mismatched in that game? Because right now, Indianapolis, the Patriots, San Francisco even, look like they're starting to climb. Maybe even Minnesota. I think you could give them that because now they've won a couple in a row. I think they won at Denver and then against Green Bay. So, you take those 4 teams and even maybe a Kansas City's on this list. You can look at some teams that are climbing. I'm not sure if Tampa's in that conversation yet. I don't know if I feel that way about them. I felt that was a little bit more of a mismatch of a game.
Yeah, I think it's a start, and it's kind of like a game you needed. Now, you could have said that the week prior against the Washington football team, but I think that's just a bad team against a good team, and I think it's going to be a spark for the Bucs in general because looking forward, the immediate future is the Colts in Indy, so that is going to be an interesting game. On both sides, you're going to learn about both of those teams probably. But then looking past that for the Bucs, you got the Falcons, you got the Bills, you got the Saints, Panthers, Jets, Panthers. So they have an easy schedule that there's a lot of winnable games. The only games that are really going to be tested are probably Indianapolis and the Bills. So I think it was a get-right game for the Bucs, and I think they will take off a little bit. But I'm very interested to see what happens when they play the Colts on Sunday.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Will be interesting to see. Colts are playing really well. Brent Martin, Austen Lane has arrived. Did you walk in? Did you get that thing going? What's up?
No, I had to walk in, man. I was surprised how long it is from Publix to over here. And then I'm like, do I run?
Why
do I
you just
jog?
hitch a ride? It would have been a way better story,
Yeah,
man.
but-
Then you
but
could have
I
got
feel
us a new listener, too, because you've been like, hey, turn on ESPN 690.
It's a dang good point, but I feel like people might be a little turned off right now with the black eye and just the intimidating
seen the
presence.
eye? I haven't seen it.
It's not too shabby. It's all right.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
My story is I already told a lot of people. I was like, wait till you see what I did to Austin after the bad show we had the other day.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
And so I'm ready for people to kind of think that I punched you in the eye.
Well, I mean, if that was the case, I could put on some makeup or something, man, really sell it a little more.
Yeah.
Next time, tell me what's going on.
So welcome back.
Good to be back.
I mean, really, what would have been a power move is if you had brought the belt and
Yeah.
walked from Publix to here
With
with
the
the
belt.
belt on or at
Yeah.
least on the shoulder.
So the belt is super heavy. I was very
it?
surprised. I'm not sure if you saw the video where I was getting it put on me, but
Yeah.
Coach had a little problem putting
He
it on
did.
me.
I mean,
So we
absolutely.
weren't ready for that,
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
think you should rib him a little bit for that.
Oh,
Tell him
trust
to hit
me.
the weight
He's
room or something.
trust me. We've had many conversations already about that.
Have
so.
you watched the fight back yet?
Yeah, I watched it back once. Just
did?
kind of critiqued myself a little bit. You know, what can we improve on and all that good stuff. So yeah, I've seen it back a couple times.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into the fight stuff in a bit.
Cool.
But Jason Garrett fired.
Yeah.
I was just telling everybody that Darrell Bevel won't be fired if that's what people want, because
Yeah.
there's no way they're going to fire their offensive coordinator midstream with a rookie quarterback. Like, that's a disaster waiting to happen if you did that.
No, for sure. But then let me ask you this question. Do you think Darrell Bevell is going to survive then for the whole year and then come back next year?
Yeah, I do think he'll survive this year. I don't know. I think it's still too early to say he's not going to survive past this. We have seen that. Listen, we are an exercise in futility here in Jacksonville, which means we know what works and doesn't work sometimes. Mm-hmm. Am I here to tell you that Darrell Bevell's the answer at offense coordinator? Well, not exactly. But I'm also a little concerned with what's on the other side of door 2, if you will. I think I heard Urban say that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what we've seen it. You know, if you go Jetfish and then Olsen and then finally the Hackett. So do you have to change 3 times to find Hackett? Because Hackett was actually the best of the bunch and ended up leading this offense to pretty good things in 2017, you might remember.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting rid of him eventually. Mm-hmm. So this constant change at offensive coordinator. Remember we talked to Allen Robinson at the Super Bowl, and he said, listen, it's not that I don't like being in Jacksonville. He said, but it's very hard, not just as a quarterback, but as a player, when you have this constant change and revolving door of the coaching positions. And we kept seeing that. It's hard to adjust and adjust and adjust from not only a play caller, but even a position coach. Continuity is king in sports. Continuity is king in life, really.
It is king, but keep in mind, I mean, it can go one of 2 ways. Either you're not good at your job at offensive coordinator and your offense doesn't do well, they don't produce, and you get fired. Or either you have a top 5 NFL offense, you're innovative, you're inventive, and all of a sudden now you're getting a head coaching job someplace else because offense is king right now. So I understand that, yes, you have a rookie quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. You don't want to have offensive coordinator after offensive coordinator that try to groom him and make him into what you want. You want a consistent path for Trevor Lawrence. But, I mean, this happens all the time in the NFL where offensive coordinator has success, and then he goes to a new team as well. So, I mean, that's just kind of the way of the landscape.
Yeah, listen, you don't want to not change if you're stuck in a spot.
Yeah.
But you also can't just change for change's sakes all the time, and especially with a young quarterback. And so that's why when you ask me what's going to happen after this season, I don't know. I think there will be some changes on the staff. I think that happens. Urban Meyer, this is not, we said this yesterday, this is not a coaching tree where there's a bunch of loyalty inside the building to Urban or to Charlie Strong or even to Joe Cullen and others. This isn't a loyalty-built staff. Mm-hmm. We have that around the NFL, and a lot of times we don't like that around the NFL because then you're just like, hey, that's my buddy. Yeah. So that's why you've got the job, and that's why I'm afraid to fire you, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's not it. I mean, he's not going to be afraid to fire anybody, I would say, outside of maybe Charlie Strong. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he's going to fire Joe Cullen. I think we're starting to see it go in the right direction, and there's some things to build off. Now, there's still plenty of time to screw that up, too, in Jacksonville. But but I do think from an offensive standpoint, like I don't think he's going to be afraid to say, all right, Sanjay Lal, you shouldn't have bought that $9 million house because you're not hanging around here.
Well, I mean, there has to be some sort of change, right? Like I understand your personnel is hurt right now. A lot of guys are kind of rotating in and out. But at the end of the day, your offenses you can't even put up more than 15 points, 16 points. And that's not going to cut it in the NFL. It's just not going to happen. So if that's the case and you evaluate this past season and go, okay, did we score 30 points at all? Well, probably not. How many times we score over 20 points? Not that many. A change needs to be made, whether it's from a position coach, whether it's from an offensive coordinator. But, like, you can't be Urban Meyer and say, we're just going to roll with the status quo, and we have confidence going into next year when we have new players. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, they're giving you the evidence of it not working, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, if players don't work and they don't do their job, they probably move on.
Correct.
If coaches don't do their job, they move on. There's a lot to consider in it, but and I would say this: is there still time to rescue it? I firmly believe that even if they get lucky, which I don't think would be luck, but I think they will figure something out eventually over these last 7 games. Now, will it be enough, and can you do it enough to give you faith that, okay, now we got it cooking, now we got it working, right? So they got 7 games. In my opinion, a guy like Bevell, right, a guy like Sanjay Lal, a guy like Schottenheimer even, have a chance to say, all right, I got 7 games to kind of figure this out and trend in an upward direction. Mm-hmm. Get the quarterback going a little bit. Give him some confidence. Get to 27 points, 30 points. Have a 3-week stretch where we're on fire, and we feel like we're cooking. I got all the excuses in the world. I don't have ETN. I don't have Chark. I don't have a healthy James Robinson. You know what? There's a lot of teams that have excuses, and it doesn't matter in the NFL. Like, that does not matter. So I think they still have time to rescue it with 7 games to go, but they better get going, man, in a hurry.
Well, no, because this is a team that you want to see progressing, and right now they've regressed. You know, that these past couple of games, the offense has been nothing short of just stagnant. I mean, you can't produce anything. And, yes, it comes down to the players making plays, making catches. It comes down to Trevor Lawrence making better decisions. It comes down to play callers making better calls. It comes down to all of that. But I'm just saying right now, this is not where you want to be as a Jaguars offense in terms of regressing, especially with a young quarterback, with the future of your franchise. Mistakes are going to happen. I expect interceptions from him. I expect fumbles and sacks and all that stuff. But what I don't expect is to see him take steps back because for whatever reason, it's not gelling and it's not flowing.
All right, Casey, do you have the camera working now? We got it. We got it figured out.
Don't
Not
say
you.
we.
It
Yeah.
wasn't you. Yeah, I know. You don't like to be blamed for anything. I know.
Well, this one wasn't my fault. I have the receipts, so
Yeah.
I'm ready to fight anybody at this point.
Well, it just sometimes, like, here's the thing. We do this. We're able to do this because of our TV station.
Yeah.
So we can't hammer the TV station.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, the routing system that we had, it wasn't what we usually route to, wasn't working. So we saw the downtown cam for a while, right? It was a nice day here.
Cool.
November. I actually thought it was going to be a lot colder today. I actually brought like a stocking cap today. I thought it was going to be outside, breezy, kind of chill. Like, it's not bad at all.
It was a little chilly this morning when I had to get up, but no, the sun's out now. It feels nice. I mean, these are prime Thanksgiving Day temperatures, I feel like, or at least close to it.
So anyway, free-range hot buns. Look what I got.
What do you got,
Look
man?
what I got for you.
So these are just buns?
These are buns.
Okay, thank you,
You
man.
have to make them hot. Like,
Are we
how the
gonna
hell
eat
was
these?
I supposed to make them hot?
No, for sure. Is there an oven we can put these in? And
I'm sure.
Are we going to serve these up?
Top Golf's got terrific food. But either that or you just take it for your Thanksgiving.
I will, man.
Put
I
it in your
appreciate
basket.
it. Thank you very much.
right?
That's awesome.
So,
I love it.
And we got Oreos. Show everybody the
I
Oreos.
see that. Yep. So we got
So
the
this is
white,
the white
fudge covered
Oreos.
I'll be honest with you. The package leaves a little less than to be desired.
Well,
I mean, up the packaging a little bit, huh?
I got to tell you, here's the thing. I usually get the box. Casey, have you seen these before?
Because it looks like I'm eating marshmallows here.
I haven't seen the ones that you like the bags that we have. I have not seen. I've only seen the box.
No. So you've seen the box.
Yes.
Well, so I went to the grocery store today, and I was like, I don't see the box. And by the way, there are now like 25 different kinds of Oreos. Like they have like the Christmas Oreos. They have the other. They actually have the.
We have mint cream here.
They have chocolate fudge.
Yep, fudge covered.
Right? Which, I mean, I'm not a chocolate guy, so I didn't go with that. So I stayed with the white chocolate, which I know, but they didn't have the box of them. So instead, they had these bags, and I was like, well, it's still the same thing, and probably a little bit less calorie intake each time.
True.
Right?
True.
So these are shareable.
Yep.
And so I dropped one off to Casey instead of a whole box. I dropped one off to the sports
Look
office.
at you, man.
I bring one for you.
Mr.
And
Thanksgiving.
I even got one for Scobie.
Nice. Oh, so wait, these are all mine.
Those are all
Oh,
yours.
score. Thank you,
Well,
man.
and hopefully Ronan eats them, too.
Well, I mean, we'll see how good they are first.
And then show everybody this right here.
Okay,
This, my friend, is nothing but cakes.
Okay. I'm excited for this because I still don't really know what a bundt cake looks like. I mean, like, I saw it on Google, but let's go in for the – see, that's not what I expected. I thought it was going to be like a big –
Well, there are big cakes, but
Okay.
these are bite-sized ones.
Okay.
You know, you show the camera.
Well, hang on. I'm getting a whiff first. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, first of all,
Bundt cakes,
There's
more like home run cakes. Am I right?
there are big ones, and then these are called like buntinis.
Okay. Now, Brent, what kind of frosting are we talking about here?
So this is their variety pack.
Nice.
All right. And we've got what is that? The velvet.
This is red velvet. Yes.
So these are
Yeah.
their top four. Like they have these ready to go.
Okay.
And these are like their most popular.
Nice.
So whatever kind of chocolate that
Yep.
is. And then
Live
there's a
read right
lemon.
now. I like it. Okay, lemon. Nice.
And then I don't know what that other one. I forget. It's like I forget. I
Okay.
forget. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But-
Cool.
so there you go. So
Thank you, man.
so
Well, I
you've
mean,
never-
we can
this
share
is-
these.
So this is a new day for you.
This is a
Like this is a big day for you. You've
Yeah, this
never
is
had
a-
bundt cakes. You've never had white fudge Oreos.
No.
And now that you won your fight,
Yeah.
Austin,
And I have some free-range hot
buns.
Yeah.
We got those too.
Toasted,
Now you get
can't
the
wait.
hot stuff on Thanksgiving Day. You can just throw them in the oven.
Oh no, for sure. My wife's gonna be super appreciative of that because we haven't really gone shopping yet
Yeah.
because we're last minute people.
So you're welcome.
Thank you
Nothing
for
but
helping
cakes and Oreos for the free.
Now these look
commercial.
delicious. Do I have to share this with Scobie? I assume.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
share it with. I love
Wait,
these. by
didn't
the
Scobie
way.
make fun of bundt cakes too?
No,
or not?
Scobie might have, by the way, so he might not get one.
Okay.
We'll give one to the waitress here at Top Golf. I think she's earned that.
That'd be nice of you.
And I definitely will have one. Now, I'm not a chocolate fan. I don't even really love the velvet, but I mean.
Oh, wow. You're really selling this brand right now.
Well, no, that's just me.
I got
like everybody else does. But the lemon, I've already told you, this is like, this is my version of drugs. Like, I'm not even a sweet person, and I love this thing. Like, this will be the best moment of my day is when I eat that lemon bundt cake.
Okay.
Like, and there's nothing going to top it. It'll be the best moment of my day. So, we will have that.
I like it,
anyway,
man.
Let's
Thank you very much.
We'll talk sports, too. But come on out. Maybe you get a bundt cake or at least a white fudge Oreo.
Okay, well, see, I was told these are mine, and now we're giving these out to everybody. It's all good. I mean,
I've got more.
Okay, I got you.
I've got more.
Okay.
So
right on.
You'll get yours.
Cool.
All right. And by the way, like you could go to Publix anyway and get more of the Oreos because your bike is
well,
parked.
I'm going to stop there anyways. Yeah, on the way back. So
there we go. We'll be back Tuesdays from Top Golf. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Having some fun. Let's talk more about this fight and also more about the Jags. Do they have any fight left? That on the way on ESPN 690. Plus some rookie report card grades, I think. And also around the NFL we go today before Josh Scobie joins us here from Top Golf at 5 o'clock. We think, unless he's golfing again.
He might in the tournament.
Yeah,
who knows, man?
We'll be back on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
A breezy and chilly day today. Have your sweaters and jackets nearby. With mostly sunny skies, we only top out in the upper 50s. A cold one tonight down into the 30s inland, 40s at the beaches. And Wednesday, tomorrow, will be mostly sunny and cool, highs 60 to 65. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jack.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where now you can save up to 41% off during Beard's anniversary sale.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way by offering the free support and tools you'll need to succeed. Our AHEC cessation program offers Group Quit, virtual classes you can take from the comfort of your own home across every county in Florida. All you need is a phone, tablet, or computer. You may also be eligible to receive up to $400 worth of free quit aids, such as nicotine patches, lozenges, or gum. You aren't alone, and our group quit sessions can offer the support you've needed all along. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried to quit, now is your time to succeed, because now is the time to quit your way. So give us a call at 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW to double your chances of success. Ask about free nicotine replacement options to help you quit today. This is your start to a tobacco-free life. No judgments. Just help.
Got a business trip, long weekend, or maybe you just really want to try that new Toyota before you buy it? Then get it all when you rent a Toyota from Arlington Toyota. With easy online reservations and rental rates as low as $19.95 a day, there's nothing stopping you from hitting the open road in a new 2021 Toyota. So rent a Toyota from Arlington Toyota. Try it before you buy it and reserve your rental online at arlingtontoyota.com today.
You've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. You have to carefully monitor your health for the rest of your life. And you have an increased risk of developing cardiovascular disease.
Cut, take two, action.
You've been diagnosed with a new purpose, to fight for the amazing life you made for yourself. To look that risk of heart disease square in the face and say, no, not me. You've been given a new opportunity to live. Get started at NoDiabetesByHeart.org.
Once in a lifetime savings.
Before the holidays?
It's never been done before.
Beard's Diamonds' incredible 41st anniversary sale.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to an unbelievable 41% off.
Believe it.
But it's only happening till November 30th.
If you're getting married, celebrating an anniversary, or shopping early for the holidays,
you do not want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime sale.
Beard's Diamonds always has the largest inventory in North Florida. But now there's even more.
Designers have sent their best stuff, especially for this sale.
Loose diamonds, mounted diamonds, diamond earrings, necklaces, and more.
All on sale up to 41% off.
Beards Diamonds has been family owned and operated in Jacksonville for over 41 years. And to say thank you, they're discounting everything in the store up to 41% off.
A sale so big, it's never been done before. Because Beards Diamonds will never be beat on price.
Beards Diamonds 41st anniversary sale, now through November 30th.
At the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
In today's world, there's a lot of ways to know what's happening. At Action News Jax, we make sure our local stories have more detail, so you get every angle that impacts you. We dig for answers because you deserve the whole story. Taking time to provide context so you're clear on what's really going on. Because we know information is thrown at you 24/7. And we want you to know that Action News Jax is local coverage you can count on.
American Window Products is committed to keeping your costs low. American Window Products will compete with any window replacement estimate you've received with their large variety of products. Schedule a free estimate at AmericanWindowProducts.com.
Join ESPN 690 on March 5th for the Gate River Run. Registration for the 15K, 5K for charity, Junior River Run, and the Brooks Rehabilitation Mile Challenge is now open at GateRiverRun.com. Training information is available on the website. See you at the starting line.
It's not your job to be patient. It's not the fans' job to be patient. It's our job to go out there, all right, and give them something to cheer about. So let's just be clear about that right now. Fans buy tickets. Whatever they want to say in the stands, they've bought that right to do that. Fans support us. Fans watch us at home, okay? They root for us. They pull for us. We appreciate that. It's our job to give them something to be proud of. It's not their job to, have blind faith in us. We've got to go out there and we have to work and put ourselves in a position that the fan base has something to cheer for.
I'm trying to figure out,
it could be a lot of teams.
It could be a lot of teams, but it certainly could be Jacksonville. But that is nobody that I know from Jacksonville, so that's not Jacksonville. Is that the Giants? I mean, they were on the road though, right? So that wasn't Joe Judge.
Oh, you better believe that was Joe Judge.
Was it Joe Judge? Really?
Yep.
Man.
And then he fired his OC.
Should have fired Daniel Jones while you're at it, but it's okay.
What was Daniel supposed to do yesterday?
Not throw interceptions would be a good start.
Boy, that one was disgusting, wasn't
that was not ideal.
Listen, I'm about to heel turn on everything that I'm all about.
Oh, wait a second now, Brent.
No, I'm about to heel turn on everything I'm all about.
Brent.
I'm not going to stick up for Daniel Jones anymore. I'm going to tell you that Trevor Lawrence is going to be a bust, that the Jags are never going to win. I'm like, the sunshine and rainbow is about to get cloudy. Right? A storm is coming.
I mean, it's not good for the brand, I feel like, because there's a lot of those people out there like myself.
I know it, but maybe that appeals to the masses a little bit more.
True.
I mean, Hulk Hogan, when he went heel turn, didn't hurt him.
Oh, it didn't hurt him at all. Now, if John Cena did, kids maybe would have cried a little bit. You try to make kids cry?
I'm trying not to make myself cry.
Okay, I got you. With Trevor Lawrence, Brent, let's just relax. I know it doesn't look the best right now. Let's wait and see. And as far as Daniel Jones is concerned, I told you so.
Yeah.
Told you so.
Yeah. Well, eventually that's what everybody's going to tell me. I told you so. I told you so about Urban Meyer. I told you so about Jack. I told you about Trevor Lawrence. Told you about Darrell Bevel. Told you about.
Yeah, but it's not like one of those things where I'm just saying. I mean, we can go back to the audio last year of Kyler Murray versus Daniel Jones and how that whole conversation went for a good couple months, if you want. Because somebody's kind of in MVP contention still a little bit. I mean, we'll see if he comes back and plays.
Yeah, is he ever going to play again?
Well, I mean, maybe
ever.
Mm-hmm. I hope so.
Soft.
I hope so.
MVP soft guy.
I hope so.
Can't put him back with an ankle.
Sorry, he doesn't have Joe Judge as a coach where you come off a major concussion and then you rush the ball 35 times in a game. I mean,
after one of those throws, now I know why he runs it so much.
I guess so, but Joe Judge, take it easy.
So is Joe Judge talking Jaguars fans or Giants fans?
Yeah.
I thought it applied to everybody.
I mean, that was a great seriously, insert any Jag member of the brass and listen to Joe Judge. Can you play it again, Casey?
Give me a second.
I think anybody, like, this could be Mark Lamping, Shad Khan, Urban Meyer, Chad Johnson. This could be Trevor Lawrence. Anybody. And Joe Judge just said this.
It's not your job to be patient. It's not the fans' job to be patient. It's our job to go out there, all right, and give them something to cheer about. So let's just be clear about that right now. Fans buy tickets. Whatever they want to say in the stands, they've bought that right to do that. Fans support us. Fans watch us at home, okay? They root for us. They pull for us. We appreciate that. It's our job to give them something to be proud of. It's not their job to, have blind faith in us. We've got to go out there and we have to work and put ourselves in a position that the fan base has something to cheer for.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, Joe Judge, that ain't going to save his job.
No.
But that will endear himself for 5 minutes to the fan base. Like, the fans want to hear that. Like, they do. They want somebody to say something like that. Now, Urban has tried to reach out to the fans. He's tried to say, listen, we're going to get this turnaround. Trevor Lawrence is very in tune with the fan base and knowing that they haven't won around here in a long time. He kind of speaks right to the fans sometimes. He does a good job. So I'm not saying those guys are not. But I do think, would this fan base like to hear from, like, Shad Khan in that kind of respect? I think, by the way, Mark Lamping's even been very transparent. And Shad doesn't do this, all right? Shad doesn't talk to – he talks about, like, once, maybe twice a year, Yeah. So he does not – he's not Jerry Jones where he's going to talk all the time. But I think people like to hear this. That's what I'm getting at. The fans, they feel better when you're like, hey, at least you recognize that you suck and that we don't want to buy the ticket until you're better.
Yeah.
And by the way, the fan is telling Shad Khan and the Jags that, like, blatantly in the last couple of home games. I mean, that was a San Francisco home game. Yeah. And by the way, the fans, like, I know several fans that bought season tickets and sold them, not sold the season tickets, but sold those tickets Sunday to the 49ers fan. And because they could make some money back on it. And I don't know if I blame them on that, given the current state and what that looked like on Sunday.
No, of course. After that last game, I mean, I say you got a pretty good investment if you sold those tickets for more than you paid for them. I mean,
and I think they probably did.
And that's real talk.
Which the San Francisco fan might be kind of dumb because they probably could have got tickets for less than what they
sold
them to.
True.
But whatever.
I understand where you're coming from, where you say, it's good to kind of showcase the fan a little bit and say, hey, we hear you. This sucks for everybody right now. And, we see you. I mean, I think fans do appreciate that. But from the other side of things, like Urban Meyer was very keen on this when he first got to Jacksonville, right? He kind of included the fans and everything. He talked to them personally at training camp. Do you run the risk, though, of involving the fans too much as a coach where you open yourself for more criticism then because they feel like they're part of the whole thing now?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I guess. I don't know. I just feel like when people liked Doug Marrone to a degree because he would say stuff to the fans. Yeah. Like, we suck, we're sorry. And that kind of resonated. Now, it doesn't resonate forever. But when you acknowledge that you're giving us nothing to grab onto, I think there's a certain – at least they see it, right?
Yeah.
And so then you can be like, well, if they know it in the building, maybe they don't have their blinders on like this is all this charade, and at least they can see it. Now, the one thing about Urban, Urban and Trevor are both been very candid in their remarks. They're like, that was awful.
Yeah.
And I think Urban said something like, we played like ass, but we're not going to play like ass all the time. I mean, I think he said ass kicked or something. But you get my point. Like, we're not always going to get our ass kicked. And that was his, message of, we are going to turn this around.
Well,
but we're seeing no evidence of the turnaround. And we're 10 games in, and we grab onto that Buffalo game, and we're like, all right, let's go. And then 2 weeks later, we get that performance in Jacksonville. And now you almost don't even want to look on Sunday because you're afraid if you have that kind of performance again against a crappy Atlanta team, you're like, what are we doing? Where are we going?
So rewatching that game today and trying to look at and see where it went wrong, and there's a laundry list of things where it went wrong. I'm sure you guys talked about Rayshawn Jenkins already and everything like that. As a captain, you cannot be throwing punches. And maybe you discussed this, but did it almost seem like that was the plan from San Fran? Where, after Rayshawn Jenkins, threw the punches, they were celebrating it. They almost expected that to happen.
Yeah, they got under his skin.
Where it was a setup. Where, they're in team meetings, the night before a game saying, hey, remember, Jenkins is kind of a hothead. Let's get under his skin a little bit. when the opportunity presents itself, and let's make them throw a punch.
That's a great point.
Because the way they were celebrating, it was like, that's what we talked about. That's what we game planned for.
Yeah, that's the book on Jenkins. I mean, he gets a taunting penalty when he gives up a 10-yard play a couple early in the season, and he's one of those guys that likes to yap. Well, go back. That's a great point you make, because remember 2017, there were 2 books. Really, it was more ended up being on 2018, but it was the same defense, essentially, right? And there were 2 stories on the Jags defense that other teams, I think, eventually said. One, you can make them undisciplined because they'll fly off the handle here, and they'll throw a punch or they'll pick up an unsportsmanlike. And so there was that. From Tennessee and Luan to others that tried to get underneath the skin of the Jags defenders and take advantage of their aggressive nature and almost that swagger that they had.
Yeah.
Well, so that was one. And then in 18, I can't remember who said it, but somebody was like, hey, the book on them is you get ahead on them early, they go take their ball and go home.
Yeah,
on the defense especially. And that was the book on the defense. Like, they were like, we're done. We're checked out. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
And there were teams that actually, like, publicly said that, if I remember correctly, about the Jags. Like, hey, yeah, we just got to get up early on them. And I don't know if they said it in hindsight of the season or hindsight of the game, but I remember that being a narrative. So, to your point, yeah, I think some people do game plan for guys like that. You know?
I mean, it was just to me, it was a very weird reaction from Kyle Shanahan and that 49ers sideline because, like I said, it's almost like they expected it.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of throwing punches, obviously it's not the smartest thing to do. I think there's sometimes in circumstances where there's a big scuffle, you're trying to defend a teammate, so be it. But when you're literally, you go to the ground with an opponent and you get back up and then you throw, you can't do that. You simply cannot do that. You can't rock the sea and do that. It was a bad look. And that had an effect on the entire game. It had an effect on the team.
It did, because now you have attrition, right?
Yes.
And now you're putting backups in, and then Daniel Thomas in, and then Andre Sisco in, and then now you're rotating through guys that you're not. Here's the thing, Austin. In the Rayshon Jenkins part, I think it's less to do about the captaincy, and I'm not disregarding that, but it's more to do with you paid this guy $35 million this offseason, and honestly, I'm not sure he's made a play of consequence yet.
Yeah.
Other than taunting, other than holding on third down on the first drive.
I mean, that's what you're known for right
other
now.
than this play, and then also an ejection. So, Rayshon, if you're going to do some of those things, give us like 2 picks, a forced fumble. Listen, he's made some plays. I don't think he's been absolutely terrible, but I think he's been more of a problem than a help, and he's been paid $35 million.
Well, and that's the thing. If you bring in those high-priced free agents, you need some return on your investment. We talk about Shaq Griffin. I think for the most part, Shaq Griffin, pretty good return on your investment, right? I mean,
I think so.
This is a guy who's been following the one receiver, has been doing a pretty good job about it. Marvin Jones was a guy earlier on that we were very adamant saying you're getting a good return on your investment. We'll see how that pans out now because he's gone quiet.
Dormant.
Yeah, he's gone very dormant. But, yeah, Rayshon Jenkins is a guy right now where if you ask Jaguars fans, what is he known for? What is he bringing to the table? It's throwing a punch or it's getting taunting penalties. And you can't pay a guy that much money, expect him to be a leader in the locker room, whether you're wearing the C or you're not. But that money says that you have to be a leader in this locker room, and it's not happening right now.
Listen, the bottom line right now is he's in the category of Ross, who they brought over from the Giants. He's in the category of Porter from the receiver from the Raiders. He's in the category of, I like the guy now, but he really didn't play that well when they brought him over there. Drayton Florence, when he came as a free agent. Right now, those guys, Rayshon Jenkins stealing money from the Jags.
No.
He's stealing money. Like, he is not doing anything that's validating the contract.
No.
And that's not a good thing, because you know what that is? That's called a swing and miss with the owner's dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's bad. And not good at all for the Jags. All right, when we come back, rookie report card time. This should be a quick segment. And by the way, the crazy thing is, really only Mac and Trevor are the quarterbacks that are playing.
Do we just give Mac Jones valedictorian right now?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's already won that.
Okay.
He's already. Right. The question is Mac going to win Rookie of the Year over Jamar Chase? I still think there's a lot to be said about that race. But, we can't right now even get Trevor in a category of, Rookie of the Week honors. He's not even on the nominee list.
No.
And that's an issue. That is an issue. So we talk about really the 2 rookie quarterbacks that are playing the most when we come back. Tuesdays from Topgolf, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
What's up? It's Casey of Action Sports Jacks, and I have more brand new local coverage to tell you about. Every Monday and Thursday after Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 from 3 to 6, we're giving you more of what you want, more Action Sports Jacks. From 6 to 6:30, myself, Casey Kurtz, and Brian Middleton will bring you Action Sports Jacks Overtime. There's a lot of topics in sports, and sometimes we can't hit them all from 3 to 6. We'll hit them all on OT. So join us 6 to 6:30 every Monday and Thursday night right here on ESPN 690.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big when you call 8338-ROCKET today. For example, with a $250,000 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, you could get a new low rate under 3%. If your current rate is over 3.75%, you could lower your payment by over $100 a month, saving thousands in interest. But you've got to act now, because no one knows how long these low rates will last. So when you need a simple way to get big savings, Rocket can. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Refinance offer assumes a rate of 2.99%, 3.21% APR, 70% loan-to-value ratio for the cost of 1.75 points. $4,375 due at closing. Monthly payment of $1,052.66. Taxes and insurance not included. Payment will be greater. Rates current as of 7/26/21. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
If you're like me, you come home from work and walk through a messy garage hurdling shoes and bats and bikes. Well, get the Easy Garage solution that I got. It's called Easy Garage Solutions. One-of-a-kind monkey bar technology that will last a lifetime. Hang the bikes and the lawn equipment. Easy Garage Solutions. Shelving and overhead storage for boxes and bins. Easy Garage Solutions. Cabinets and flooring available too. Easy Garage Solutions. Find them at easygaragesolutions.com. Easy Garage Solutions. It's that easy.
Smoked for hours, served in minutes. Now that sounds like good barbecue. And it is at Willie Jewell's Old School Barbecue. Open 7 days a week. Try the smoked wings, southern sides, and big old platters. Trivia night and kids eat free specials during the week. Check out the Willie Jewell's app and catering for all events. Order online and skip the line. Visit williejewells.com to see other locations in Florida and Georgia. Yulee to St. Augustine, Brunswick, and Kingsland. Willie Jewell's Old School Barbecue. Smoked for hours, served in minutes at Willie Jewell's.
Boss, got some bad news in the Crooks R Us newsletter.
Uh-oh, what is it?
The headline reads, Safe Touch Security proven to be more dangerous to crooks than ever before.
Let me guess. Is it the guaranteed response? No, it's gotta be the two-way communicator, right?
Actually, it's the new integrated Safe Touch Security video cameras.
Ah, great. Safe Touch up in their game again.
Boss, now the homeowner gets notified on the Safe Touch app if someone even approaches their house.
It just doesn't seem fair.
Nowadays, getaway cars aren't even safe. Those Safe Touch systems catch everything.
Well, the good news is it doesn't change a thing. We still just stick to the Crooks R Us golden rule, stay away from Safe Touch houses. Remember that and everything will be fine.
Now, for a limited time, the Safe Touch Advantage plan includes free equipment and installation for new customers with an Advantage monitoring agreement. The Safe Touch doorbell camera, a $200 value, can be added for just $99. Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
For most, the holiday season is filled with family and fond memories. But for area foster kids, it can be one of the most difficult times of the year. While you can't change that, you can help create new holiday memories by donating a gift they've been dreaming about. Simply contact Jewish Family and Community Services, choose a wish list, then shop, or donate online. Add some joy to a child's holiday by visiting jfcsjacks.org. That's jfcsjacks.org.
Nights of Lights dazzles with more than 3 million lights in the historic district of St. Augustine. Now imagine doubling those lights as they reflect off the water during your tour with Redboat Tours. Avoid downtown crowds by boarding at Beach's Restaurant Marina at 250 Volano Road. Then sit back and let Captain Tony and Miss Jennifer take you on a tour you'll never forget. Don't settle for imposters. Make no mistake, Redboat Tours is St. Augustine's only USA Today Reader's Choice Best Boat Tour 3 years running. Book your Nights of Lights tours now at redboattours.com.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry, the flavor of berry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
And I understand your son is the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit than regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey everybody, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jacks. There's a good chance you have a smart speaker, so use it with ESPN 690. Stay up to date on the Jags and all things sports by telling Alexa or Google to play ESPN 690. It's as easy as that. Make sure you listen weekdays 3 until 6 p.m. on ESPN 690.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty long to-do list. We got to get back to, we had some momentum go there. We won 2 out of 3. We're playing excellent defense, opportunistic offense, not turning the ball over. And last week we lost that a little bit. Even the Indianapolis game, we fell behind, but the street fight was on and they came back. But last week we offensively, we just couldn't get anything going. So a lot to work on. And Agnew's out for a few weeks, so we're just putting those puzzle pieces around right now. As we speak, we're still not quite sure what puzzle pieces are going to be in there.
Yeah, it's pretty tough when you don't know what the pieces are going to be, and the pieces really don't fit well together.
Yeah.
That's a bad puzzle. But I say this, and it doesn't matter. Like, I can do that for 2 or 3 weeks, but it doesn't matter. You've got to make it work. Like, you assigned these guys. You had the depth. You drafted these guys. You whatever. And, you know, guys get hurt. People get hurt. Sure. This team would be way better, I think, on offense with Chark, with ETN, with, I don't know, Linder and O'Shaughnessy over the last month, you know, and now with Agnew being a part of it. But it's also, and with Robinson healthy, they would be better. Absolutely. I think they would. I thought it was a strength coming into the year, quite honestly, on a team that's not very good. I thought it would be. But now you know what it is. Like, you haven't had Chark since week 3. You've had Linder and O'Shaughnessy bounce out and other guys step in. You have Arnold, where you didn't have a guy like that at the start of the year. You have Robinson, who you know is not going. You can't ride him because he's not 100%. And quite honestly, you should never have leaned on Agnew to the point where your offense wouldn't be able to function if you didn't have him, because he wasn't really in the plans to begin with. So it is your job as coaches and your job as coordinators and play callers to figure that part out and still grow the kid and help the rookie quarterback. And it's his job to play better and not sit there and use that as excuses. I doubt he is. The NFL's not built. Those guys aren't built for excuses. You know, they're going to go fight through it. But they've got to now figure it out. We know what it is. Like, we know who's not going to be a part of it for the last 7 games, and you've got to find something. That's why you get paid. Like, that is why you get paid, to figure out the chess piece, the puzzle piece, and put it together a different way. And, guys, people do this all the time in the NFL.
Yeah.
They figure it out. And to be honest with you, if you figure it out and you don't have a good quarterback, or if you don't have a guy that you think you can trust at the QB position, well, that adds another wrinkle to it. These guys don't have that excuse. They have a talented quarterback. Like, we think this kid's talented. Yeah, he's young, but he's talented. So you don't even have that as an excuse right now. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz, Tuesdays at Top Golf, trying to figure out this Jags offense, and it's a tough thing to figure out right now. It all starts with the quarterback play, and really our rookie report cards. I think if Casey has that set, we'll do it, because we can do it in a hurry. I mean, honestly, Justin Fields, he went out of the game. It's a rib injury. We'll see if he plays. Andy Dalton came in, fired a 60-yard touchdown pass.
Yep.
You know what's amazing to me is that, like, Nick Foles is still on that roster.
Yeah,
I never thought Foles would make it through the entire year on that roster. I thought he'd be traded or cut or something. And, I mean, they've got a third-string quarterback they're paying a ton of money to.
Sure. Well, I mean, it goes to show you the market, though, of Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Not really that high.
Not there.
Not really that coveted.
I mean, boy, what a waste. I mean, you talk about, there's a lot of things to be critical of Chicago.
Yeah.
But, hey, they got more wins than the Jags.
Yeah.
All right? We can be critical of Nagy in Chicago, and they have more wins than the Jags. So Obviously, Trey Lance, I was surprised. I said this yesterday. I was surprised he didn't come in and play junk time.
Yeah.
Heck, we saw Gabbert go in and play with like 8 minutes to go in the game yesterday.
Yep.
Of a 20-point game.
Yeah.
This felt way worse than that.
Lance played the last drive, right?
Oh, was he on that last drive?
I think he's on the last drive.
I was walking down, didn't even pay attention.
Yeah,
So
Lance on the last drive.
he did end up playing the last drive. There you go.
Yeah. But I mean,
I thought he'd play even before that.
No, for sure.
Because this is a guy they've actually thrown. This is not like, hey, let's just go to Gabbert, the backup guy, like Tampa did.
Yeah.
This is a guy that, hey, we know we want to bring him along. Let's throw him in there.
And it's not like Jimmy was giving you that much confidence where he can take you to a Super Bowl this year either. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they're a very run-oriented team in San Francisco, and they passed second. So, yeah, I was a little surprised you didn't see a lot more of Trey Lance just to see, hey, if we make a run here, can we throw another wrinkle? Like, you know, when you had Jackson for the Ravens a couple years ago, when he made his debut over Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson comes in and, doesn't
elevates him.
Yeah, basically gives you something new. I think Trey Lance can give you something new as well.
Yeah, I will say this: Garoppolo is playing consistently good football the last month now.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, everything's working around him right now
yeah.
better. But he is playing. If you look at his numbers, and if you look at his performance, he's playing good football the last month. So maybe they don't want to upset that so much.
Yeah.
Bottom line is he's not playing. Zach Wilson not playing because of injury still. Maybe sometime soon, it looks like. So it leaves Mac Jones, who's coming off that Thursday night performance. So we talked about that a lot on Friday. You were gone. But, I mean, Mac was brilliant again.
Yeah.
The thing I really struck, Austin, you weren't here for it, but the thing that struck me about Mac, and I give him an A on I think we both did, but he really had to make about 2 throws in that game. And really, there was a third one that was contested. Actually, he just threw bad. That was the pick. But he throws a great ball to Hunter Henry over the middle.
Yeah.
When previously, he got pressure in his face on like a 3rd and 5, and I think it was Myers picked it off the turf on a nice play. But it was a good read. It was a good conversion. He gave his guy a chance to make a play. His guy did make a play. Outside of that, he had about as easy as you could make it. Guys were open. They schemed it open. I don't understand why the Jags can't scheme it open like they are scheming it open, quite frankly, because the personnel's about the same outside of the tight ends, and I would argue that Dan Arnold's a pretty good tight end right now for the Jags.
It's just it's wild in terms of motion, in terms of, change of direction. It's just you saw a showcase of it. You saw it with, San Francisco, we see it with Mac Jones now as well, and using his guys to his advantage. And a lot of good offenses are doing this. You don't see that right now at Jacksonville.
No, and obviously the Trevor Lawrence, I gave him a C. I don't think he played poorly.
I gave him a C as well.
But I don't know if he played well.
It was, I'll be honest, and I hate using the word, but it was more just vanilla. I don't know. Nothing really stood out, which is unfortunate.
That's what I said yesterday. I said, I didn't even know both quarterbacks played the game.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. That's how much of a mismatch it was.
Yeah.
Overall, that I didn't even really notice the quarterbacks. Like, how weird is that in an NFL game? Especially a 30-10 one. Usually, your quarterback, if you only got 10 points, will have thrown 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the case. All right, 4 o'clock coming up. I want to talk more about the fight Austen had and the belt. Where is it? We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, live from Topgolf.
If you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, birthday, or shopping early for the holidays, you do not want to miss Beards Diamond's incredible 41st anniversary sale.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to an unbelievable 41% off.
Yes, 41% off.
It's Beards Diamond's incredible anniversary sale, going on now until November 30th.
All GIA certified loose diamonds, all designer settings, pendants, bracelets, earrings, engagement rings.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to 41% off.
Believe it.
For over 4 decades, families have been shopping at Beards Diamonds for the absolute lowest prices.
Now to say thank you, everything in the store is discounted up to 41% off.
Nobody beats Beards Diamonds prices.
If you're popping the question soon, celebrating a big anniversary, or even shopping early for the holidays,
now you can go even bigger and save thousands.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to 41% off.
Beards Diamonds will never be beat on price.
At the St. John's Town Center.
Or at beardsdiamonds.com.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to let the good times roll. And by roll, I mean roll on home in a brand new Toyota, because Toyotathon is on at Arlington Toyota. Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Tundra, Tacoma. Arlington Toyota has 300 new Toyotas available. And with Arlington's 30-day exchange program and lifetime warranty with every new purchase, buying your new Toyota's more fun than ever. Toyotathon is on at Arlington, 10939 Atlanta Boulevard, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/Toyotathon for full details.
Hey,
He was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago.
Boss, I'm a little freaked out right now.
What's wrong?
It's Safe Touch Security and their video monitoring systems. They're popping up everywhere.
Oh, for a minute you had me worried.
Boss, my next-door neighbor's got Safe Touch video monitoring, the place across the street's got it, and now I notice there's one next door to the one across the street.
Keep it together now.
Boss, I'm surrounded. It's never been more dangerous to be a crook.
Whoa, easy. Look, you're not planning to break into your neighbor's house, are you?
Well, no.
Problem solved. Don't steal their TV and everything will be fine.
Okay. Yeah, that makes me feel better.
Oh, good. But when we're working, we still gotta stick to the Crooks Are Us golden rule. Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
Yeah.
Now get over here. We got work to do.
Now, for a limited time, the Safe Touch Advantage plan includes free equipment and installation for new customers with an Advantage monitoring agreement. The Safe Touch doorbell camera, a $200 value, can be added for just $99. Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Alexa, how do I drive more customers into my business?
First, people will need to hear about you. Then you need to be online where they look for you. Then you need to...
I don't have time for that. I need to run my business.
Okay, searching for a local team that can help.
CMG Local Solutions. Visit cmglocalsolutions.com today.
In college football, Goodyear knows a new season means new possibilities, where every Saturday is an opportunity on the road to greatness. No matter if you're out there playing your hardest or cheering the loudest from the sidelines, tailgating in the parking lot, or your favorite spot to watch the game, Goodyear knows passion is what drives us forward all the way to the playoffs. That's the road that moves us. Goodyear, more driven.
It's not just Santa who's coming to town, it's also your in-laws and their cousins. So time for some gifts from the Home Depot. From doorbell cameras to intelligent thermostats, you'll look smart and save big on the latest smart home gifts. Does your father-in-law like to fix things around the house? Put him to work with a DeWalt 20-volt 2-battery starter kit. Buy one, get one free. That should keep him busy. No matter who comes to town this year, make the holidays yours with savings on tools and gifts store-wide from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station. Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
It's concerning about when you don't win games, and then also, I feel our staff's got to do a good job, a little bit of creativity, which I feel we haven't done, and got to get the ball in the hands of the guys that score, and but we have to do that. That's a problem. And James was, you can tell last week, was not full speed, and hope to get him full speed this week.
So we had James Robinson on the show last night on Jags Report Live, Sneakers in Jack's Beach every Monday. He was really good again. And, we're kind of toying with that idea I was talking about on the show. And, Austin, you weren't on the show yesterday, but I kind of brought up, because I think Urban Meyer's thinking about this. Like, the way he's talking, you can tell he's kind of thinking about this. Are we better off shutting him down for a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Because then we can make sure he heals. Like, he's toughing it out. We appreciate that. We respect that. And we were trying to get James last night on the show to be like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. He wouldn't budge, man.
Yeah.
That guy, all he wants to do is play football. He does not want to be on the sideline. Yeah. He's a tough-nosed dude, and I mean, that's just not the nature of it. If I ask you that, but there is a time, like there's this old adage in sports, like I don't even know what the adage is, but there's this whole thought in sports that, like, what percent do you have to be where you're now hurting the team rather than helping the team? Like, yeah, sure, nobody's 100%. But if you're really like 50% or 60%, are you hurting the team rather than being 75% or 80%, And
yeah.
I think that question is being floated around that building right now with James Robinson because he does not look the same.
I mean, the question is he still the best running back when he's out there?
Yeah, I know.
And I still think he is.
I mean, I know. I know everybody hates Carlos Hyde around here, but
maybe you're not going to benefit in the run game that much right now with where he's at in terms of his injury. But then you bring a third down back in, you bring a Carlos Hyde in, and that's okay. Like, I honestly feel better with James Robinson at 70%, 75% than I do at Carlos Hyde or anybody else right now in that backfield. If it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and short, I still trust James Robinson more than anybody.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know if that's really a fact. Like, I don't know. Like, even he admits he's not getting the push, right? He's not breaking tackles. Now, he got across on the 1-yard run for the touchdown, which I actually argued with him yesterday on the show. I said, hey, listen, if you want to help Trevor out, you'd say in the play, hey, don't give it to me. You need a touchdown. You haven't thrown one since Halloween.
Or just do a QB sneak. Show off that mobility a little bit, you know?
We're going to get some touchdowns thrown for Trevor, though, to make it look better.
No, but if you want to run some, too, be dual threat. I mean, just any kind of touchdowns to Trevor Lawrence right now would be fantastic. Okay, so we're both on the same page here. We don't know, right? We don't know if James Robinson right now is the best option at running back. So if we can sit here and say that we don't know if he is or not, well, then it's James Robinson's decision as far as I'm concerned, because he's the best thing that your offense has right now. If he wants to play, I'm not going to be the guy that says don't play then.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be either, because keep in mind, this is a guy who's obviously hard-nosed, wants to play the game, who kind of took one for the team last year when he was asked to sit out for a couple games because, well, you know, he had some sort of injury, but it was also the fact that maybe you're trying to lose some ball games for Trevor Lawrence. So you felt like that was a guy last year who, you know, took one for the team, who could maybe went against his belief system and said, I'll help the team out, I'll sit out these games, and also sacrifice some money as well because his player performance bonus wasn't as high sitting out those games. So if we're talking about this season and he wants to play, I'm not going to be the guy that stops him.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I say, listen, we have James on each and every Monday night, and I love the guy. And I said it to him. I'm like, I kind of like, all I'm thinking about here are two things. One, I want Trevor Lawrence to get better.
Yes.
And I want the Jags offense to look like an offense.
Yes.
And right now, it's hard to see Trevor getting any better with the way their offense is functioning. So that's one. But two, one of my primary objectives is to get James Robinson paid. Like, I think after this season, I think the Jags are going to pay him. So I want his numbers to be good. I want his touchdowns to be good. I want them to feel really good about him. I'm not sure this regime felt great about James Robinson going in, and shame on them for that. Because James Robinson's a huge part of this offense, right?
And I think getting Carlos Hyde was a sign that they maybe didn't trust in James Robinson as much as the previous
and all those
regime.
things. Now, ETN gives you something different. I'm not sure that said a lot about James. But the bottom line is I think the lack of speed, I think the tunnel vision of speed, and James not having, like, the speed put them – it's not that they didn't like James. It just gave them some reservations about, all right, is he going to do this again? Does this make our offense really go boom, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the bottom line is we know – James Robinson's the only one that makes the offense go. Forget about boom. Like, just go.
Yeah.
And so they have learned that, and I think they know that, and they respect him way more now than they did probably then. But I'm like, hey, 12 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown, 12 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown last week against the Colts. Mm-hmm. James, if I'm your agent, I'm like, hey, just go sit for 2 weeks. And bring it to me the last 5 weeks of the year, like 130 yards, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Do your thing once you're better. But plot along for 7 weeks at 12 carries for 58 yards. I can't get you paid as much.
Yeah, no, and that might be the point. But also, Brent, if he wants to be out there and play, his teammates are going to see that. His coach is going to see that. And maybe that helps him, too, in terms of, wow, this guy really wants to play for us. This guy really wants to be here. So you have some sort of leverage from the other standpoint saying, well, he's playing through an injury right now, but he refuses to go out because he cares this much about the team. So sometimes that kind of philosophy can get you paid as well.
Yeah.
It's
a tough spot, though, isn't it?
Well, it's a hard spot because even if James Robinson was healthy right now, I think you have defenses that are game planning to stop him.
Absolutely.
And you have defenses that are saying, we dare Trevor Lawrence to beat us. And right now it's not happening. It's not happening. So whether James is 100%, whether he's 80%, 70%, like I don't see a lot of, 3 touchdown games, 200-yard games of James Robinson just because I think that the whole goal right now for teams is to stop James Robinson, and that's it.
Yeah, but at least if he is healthy, they have to game plan for something to stop. Like, that makes them better. I always said this about Fournette. This is why people don't give him credit that rookie year, is they had to game plan for something. So they had to put 8 guys in the box. And what did that open up? Play action, other plays, down the field, all this other stuff. Right now, the Jags can't feed anything off the run game because there's not a respect right now for James Robinson's health and production, nor is there for Carlos Hyde. And they're like, whatever, we'll just deal with the run game.
Yeah, but this is a classic example, though, in San Francisco, because look at San Francisco. They're down what? They're 2 starting running backs? And they can still make it work.
Whether they make it work because they're making it with Debo.
Well, yeah, but it's Debo. But, I mean, I think Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell was in or not? The running back that played.
Yeah.
I mean, he did all right too, but it's like
okay, right?
But I mean, it was serviceable.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they really missed a step by losing their starters. So,
but the reason they played well, I mean, in my opinion, was because of Debo. He carried it 8 times for 79 yards.
Well, yeah, I mean, Debo was a big contributing factor. That George Kittle had a pretty good game. Brandon Ayuk had a good game as well. I mean, it was a lot of the Jaguars just, beating themselves at anything and defense in terms of just lining up wrong and not being ready, and I'm sure you guys talked all about that. But my point is, all right, James Robinson, not 100%. Well, then what can you do to try to, bring some kind of spark in the backfield? You have Laviska Shenault. I don't know if you can use him in some capacity. He's got to hang on to the football, obviously, so I don't know how much you trust him right now.
Yeah,
he's regressing, it seems. Yeah. So there's a lot of red flags right now on this Jaguars offense where you're not too sure of how it's going. But then you got to bust through that, and you got to find new ways to reinvent yourself and bring that spark. And right now, if you're not confident in James Robinson, if he is hampered a little bit, if he is limited by what he can do, with his injury, well, then give the team something else.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, we'll see what they do. I think it's I think they're asking themselves that in the building. No doubt about it. So, hey, I want to talk about your fight a little bit more.
Yeah.
We went through this a little bit yesterday. You called in. Whoever is in your corner, by the way, did a good job fixing your eye.
Because
in the first round,
you
got a little blood.
I did.
It wasn't like the one fight, a handful of fights ago, where you got cut above the eye. But that's really what we're thinking. Like, again, I'm very novice at this stuff, but that other fight, you weren't getting beat up in that other fight.
No,
you got an elbow to the eye, and then blood comes, and then the ref stops, and all that stuff, right?
Well, and there's maybe 70% of refs that would have kept that going, and 30% that would have stopped it. And it is what it is. I mean, I shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. I should have tried to get better position. Yeah. So, this past Sunday, once again, didn't play my walkout music, so off to a rough start when we got to the cage. But it was a situation where we kind of knew what to expect. Obviously, I didn't want to get taken down the way that I did, but I felt very calm out there. I felt very calm, very collected, and it was a matter of time before I'm like, all right, either he's going to try to get super aggressive and try to put me out when he happens, then I can try to reverse it, or I can try to go for something. But if he's just going to lay on top of me, I'm not going to try to change my position because he's on top of me. He's supposed to be doing something, and he really wasn't. So it was more about me just kind of biding my time. Now, it's not the funnest to have a 270-plus pound guy laying on top of you, and your breathing is a little labored. You got to try to stay calm through the chaos. It's not the funnest thing to be a part of, but I just figured that was going to be the path to victory in that moment.
Yeah, and again, you've established that you're pretty comfortable in that. Was there a time where you were uncomfortable in that? Like,
No, not really. I mean, he tried to go for a Kimura once, like basically the chicken wing, as you called it.
You saw my excellent analysis of that.
Yeah, for sure. So, the arm behind the back, I mean, he wasn't really close to that. That's where I kind of reversed it. He tried to put me in like a head and arm choke when he was kind of in mount, but he didn't really have that either. So, no, I mean, I wasn't really uncomfortable at all. And like I talked about yesterday, it helped because his corner – so he did a great job of dragging me to his corner.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole time
he could get instructions.
His corner is giving instructions. Well, I can hear the instructions as well.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to counter those instructions. But then his corner's like, he's getting tired. I'm like, hey, man, I can literally lay here with you on top of me. I'm fine. I mean,
fine.
I do sit-ups. I got core. I can use it.
Yeah.
I can engage it.
Me too.
Yeah, I see.
3 hours every day.
I like it, man.
I thought you might have been a little fatigued after round one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Concerned about you in round one.
Okay.
And then I saw the blood. The blood didn't concern me that much, but I was like, I don't know, man. This guy's because he's not just like a sloppy big guy. He's a big, strong guy. You can tell. And when he picked you up that far, I was like, whoa, this guy's got some sincere power.
Yes, he did. Yep.
Did I see did they say in the broadcast that he actually had some tryouts with some NFL teams as
well?
Yeah,
so I didn't know that part, honestly, until I rewatched the broadcast. Supposedly, I think he wrestled at VMI, the Virginia Military Institution, home of Ben Wallace, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
So he's a D1 wrestler. And credit to Juan. I mean, he's athletic. Obviously, a very, very big dude. He had to cut weight to make 265. But you know, when you weigh that much and when you play that kind of game, it comes with consequences, and the consequences were gassing yourself out towards the later rounds.
What do you figure he fought at? Because 265, then he ate a couple of cold turkeys.
Realistically, I would probably put him at 275.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually felt
there.
like he was even more than that. But again, it was different. He's like a strong 275. Yeah. One of the other guys from like a month ago or from 5 fights ago to me was kind of like a sloppier 275, 280, if you will.
Yep.
I wouldn't say that to his face, but I could say
no,
it
for
here,
sure. You could say it here. We're
especially.
Okay. We're okay.
But anyway, so at the first round, I was a little concerned.
Yep.
But then you had the reversal in round 2.
Yes.
And I was like, that's pretty.
Underhook. The underhook.
Yeah. But that was a big moment.
Yeah.
Because he didn't lean on you for like 3-4 minutes in that round. That gave you a breather to get up. And every time you got up, you actually got a couple of shots in.
Yeah.
And like they weren't like knockout blows, but you could tell they did some damage.
So when you find yourself on your back, kind of the general rule of thumb, if a guy outweighs you, you wait for that guy to try to, put you away or put a submission on you because that's when the openings are. Well, he did it. I mean, I don't know if it was the game plan or not, but he didn't really do anything in terms of landing strikes or landing submissions. So it was a lot of just kind of waiting for him to make a move, which he never really made in the first round. The second round, he tried to go for that Kimura and try to start landing some shots. So I got the underhook then and was able to reverse it. And then I got some shots of my own. Him being the bigger guy, watching that film back, I probably should have locked the leg a little bit, maybe maintain top pressure. But if it's me and we're being honest, I like to stand up and bang. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and by the way, he didn't want to. I mean, that's where you were the most dangerous.
Yeah.
And you got better shots in. Like his punches weren't really. He got a pretty good. I think maybe it was back in the first round.
Yeah.
Maybe he hit you or something. But
that's what we didn't really anticipate. I mean, we had a great game plan, but we actually anticipated him to come out and strike a little more because in his past UFC fights, he did come out and try to establish his jab and did come out and try to establish a striking game. He didn't really do that in this fight.
Yeah. So and then. Third round was a little bit more, but you weren't on your back as much in the third round either. I think you got up because was that where he stalled? Was that round?
Yeah. So he stalled, and then we kind of went back to the cage, and I pushed him off, and then we ended with like the trades.
Flurry.
So that to me was the turning point of the fight, and that moment is when I knew I had the fight won. Because
you look like you got some swag right there.
Yeah, I kind of got some energy a little bit because he landed a good shot on me. It didn't like really dizzy me or anything. But I'm like, oh, okay, so now we're fighting. So now I'm like, all right, we're not resting anymore. I'm back in a fight. This is where I want to be. I landed some shots on him as well, and then we go back to the corner and get ready for the fourth round. And like you said, the cut man who I had no idea who the guy was. They just kind of assign you a guy.
Oh, okay.
So he's a complete stranger. He did a great job. I mean, it's a little different because. You have your coach giving you instructions, and you're kind of used to a certain thing. But when you have a cut on your face, or like you have swelling, well, then the cut man's job is to try to fix that. So like you worry about the cut man on one side, then you have your coach kind of talking about the other things in the game plan on your left side. So I'm just listening to my coach. I'm very calm. I'm trying to get my breath back because that's what we always practice on. So I got my breath back right away. I wasn't panicking. And basically my coach just said the feint uppercut's going to be there. He said just look for that because he's getting tired, he's getting winded, he's going to resort back to what he knows. So if you feint uppercut him, it's going to be there.
What does that mean, by the way?
So a feint would be kind of like a little jab step to think I'm going to throw a punch.
Okay.
And get a reaction on it.
And then
deliver. Because that's all feints are. Yep, exactly. Now the weird thing about that uppercut though was the fact that I've never thrown it like that before, where I threw a fake cross and then came with an uppercut. We've never trained that before,
really?
Ever at the
gym.
That was
more instinctual?
So that was more just kind of being like in a flow state, because I threw a 1-2 at him. I knew I had him wobbled a little bit. I kind of smiled at him because he was backing up now.
Yeah.
Usually he's coming at me, he's backing up. So I'm like, oh, okay. So now you're kind of wobbly, you're ready. And then I kind of minded my time, feint, and then the uppercut. So
did it hurt at all with the uppercut? Because like you hit him good.
Yeah.
But there's no your arm just stops, like your hand just stops.
Oh no, I mean the knuckles are a little bruised, but thankfully my coach does a great job tipping the knuckles up. So we're all good there.
Because I mean that was like you could tell like he was a strong guy and he's got either a hard head or everybody says hard, because that was like boom, like everything just stopped right there. But that's also why you stung him really good.
No, for sure.
Is that do you think that was like your best punch?
The uppercut
that you've thrown yet? No, like in your career.
Oh, my career.
Because that was like a stinger,
question.
man. Like very few, I don't know, not every time you fight, you land something that's like, whoa. Did it. That changed. Like the fight was over. You knew it was about to be over.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't pure like what you see where, okay, knocked them out cold.
Yeah.
But
it's like when you hit a good golf shot or you hit a home run. Like, I knew I landed
You
uppercut.
knew it.
Oh, I knew
Yeah.
it. I mean, it was like hitting a home run right in this sweet spot. I'm like, oh, yeah, because it was kind of on his chin. My last fight I talked about, I landed the uppercut. It was on his forehead. And I didn't know he was actually out because I'm like, oh, I didn't land that just, in the sweet spot. That one I knew it landed pretty good.
So you want to hit the chin rather than, obviously,
Oh,
because
yeah.
the head's hard.
The head is hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chin is kind of like where all the nerves and everything are. You
Yeah.
shut that down, your body just goes limp.
All right. So where's the bump box?
So the bump box is at home right now. Yeah, I was not expecting that. And then the guy that was giving out the bump box, I guess he's like some huge influencer on Instagram, which obviously I have no idea because I don't have Instagram. But the guy's got like 1 million followers. I still don't know who the dude was, but I was making a big deal about it. I'm like, yeah, cool, bump box. All right. So it's basically just like a giant, like an old school type of speaker.
All right. Yeah, so
And-
that's what we figured out. It's like
Yeah.
a Bluetoothy kind of thing.
And the whole nightcap, and the best part about, that night, Sunday night, because keep in mind it's Sunday, so like nothing's really popping or anything, but where our hotel was right by an In-N-Out Burger.
Ah.
And if you recall after my Greg Hardy fight, after I got beat, I went to In-N-Out Burger by myself because I'm going to eat like 10 cheeseburgers and just kind of drown my sorrows. And I told this story where some kids came up to me like, dude, is this you? And it was the video because it was trending on Twitter because it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was,
And the kids were like, is this you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I'm just scarfing my face down. So my coach, after the fight, we're taking my wraps off and everything, just getting cleaned up. And I'm talking to the commission, making sure, everything's going to have to go to the hospital, which obviously I'm fine. And he's like, hey, what you get for dinner tonight? I'm like, oh, dude, In-N-Out Burger. And this time you're coming with me, man. So it felt good to make that right, and have In-N-Out Burger and a nice positive experience.
I saw your Facebook post, too, and you put a picture of the Hardy fight in the end.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one.
Yeah.
And even the In-N-Out Burger stuff, does it feel like, listen, there's a lot more to go in your career.
Yeah.
Hopefully a lot more to go in your fighting career.
Yeah.
Even though we've tried to encourage retirement. But
yeah, for sure.
Especially my wife.
Yeah, yeah. Was she watching this one, too?
No, I don't
All
think
good.
she keeps her eyes closed.
All right,
so,
good.
Plus, I was at work. But I got the sense that was this like a full circle fight for you? It was the biggest fight since the Hardy fight.
Yeah.
And so just even that, the In-N-Out Burger part of it, everything, it's like, the last time you had, say, this big opportunity was that fight.
Yep.
And now this is like your next big opportunity years later.
Yeah.
And by the way, like even me who has no idea, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, for sure.
Looking at the fight, but you can tell how much, like, I've watched you now, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 fights since we've been doing this?
Yeah.
And it's like you can tell how much you've grown as like a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's to me it's about just taking in the moments. When I first started out, because to me I had that football mentality when I first started my MMA career, where it's like, all right, it's got to be a 7-second play, give everything that you got, and then play next play. And that's not how fights work, because if you give 7 seconds of everything you have, and you don't finish the fight, well, now you're going to be in trouble, right? You're going to be gassed out. So to me, yeah, it did kind of come full circle because we were in an environment that was against us. Obviously, I mean, Juan Adams fought he's from there. Number one, number two, he's fought that promotion a lot, and they really like him. I think I was a plus 600 underdog in that fight.
Much?
I had no idea until someone said
Why
on
didn't
Twitter.
you tell us, Casey? We could have made him in.
I had no idea there was even odds on this fight until someone tweeted me, like, dude, you just netted me so much money. I'm like, well, thank you. I'm glad I can make that happen. If you want to give a little squeeze over here, too, while you're at it. But so, I was a huge underdog in that one. Everything was set up for him to win it. And yeah, it did kind of come full circle because it was a great performance. I'm happy with it. Obviously, some things I can clean up on with my grappling. But to me, that's what I wanted, though, Brent, is I wanted to feel like I was in a fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what it was. And whether it's a fight mentally or a fight physically, it's about overcoming adversity, and I had to do a little bit of that. So it was great. But at the end of the day, like, the more fights that I accumulate here and the more I reflect back, like I posted that Hardy picture, one day I'm going to be old and fat sitting on the porch with my grandchildren, and I'm going to be, just thinking about those times, whether they're good or bad, but they're experiences, and they're experiences that will always, stay with me. So I'm thankful for the great ones, and I'm appreciative for the bad ones because I learn from them.
Yeah, that's well said. It's good stuff. You can tell. I mean, now we'll see. Dana White hasn't called in the last 24 hours, has he?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. But people are reaching out to him on Twitter now, though. Like, everyone's trying to make it. So it's Yeah, we'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's tracking in a good way. That's for sure. And you got to keep going.
Yeah.
By the way, the good news is, you got a bump box, a belt, and also white fudge covered Oreos, bundt cakes.
Which I tried, by the way.
And they're good, aren't they?
I am not mad at them. I'll be honest.
And
I'm not
before
mad
Thanksgiving, we are feasting. We
got
burgers.
some burgers here.
He's usually got to eat all this other stuff.
I know
it's really good for him.
It's a little pre-Thanksgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take a break. We go around the NFL. When we come back, we are live at Top Golf. Josh Scobie will join us at 5 o'clock as well. Tuesdays from Top Golf rolls on right after this on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
A breezy and chilly day today. Have your sweaters and jackets nearby. With mostly sunny skies, we only top out in the upper 50s. A cold one tonight down into the 30s inland, 40s at the beaches. And Wednesday, tomorrow, will be mostly sunny and cool, highs 60 to 65. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where now you can save up to 41% off during Beard's anniversary sale.
Know what time it is? It's time to get moving. Cora Physical Therapy has opened a new state-of-the-art clinic in Kingsland on Boone and Haddock, and will be opening another one soon in Brunswick. With Cora, you have access to licensed, passionate clinicians, only the most innovative equipment, and life-changing therapies. Cora is all about treating everyone right now. It's your move. Visit CoraPhysicalTherapy.com for a free screening. No physician's referral required. Same-day appointments available.
Now is the time to get an estimate on replacement windows. American Window Products of Jacksonville is a high-volume dealer offering a huge selection of products to keep your costs low. New windows from American Window Products can lower your energy costs and increase your curb appeal and security, all without breaking the bank. Call American Window Products for a free estimate at 904-667-0873 or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The Florida Forum Speaker Series, brought to you by the Women's Board of Wolfson Children's Hospital, is underway. Don't miss Major General Charles F. Bolden Jr., a retired Marine officer, astronaut, and former NASA administrator, on November 17th, and four-time Super Bowl champion and broadcaster Terry Bradshaw on January 20th, 2022. The series takes place at the Times Union Center for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets today at thefloridaforum.com. The Florida Forum has contributed more than $9.2 million to Wolfson Children's Hospital of Jacksonville.
Sick of big banks drawing money out of Jacksonville? Want your money to stay here and help local folks? At 1-to-1 Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, all of our capital is invested back into Northeast Florida. This includes our all-new hometown credit card. You get all the rewards and perks of a big bank, and every swipe invests back in Jax. Get 2 points for every $1, up to 50,000 bonus points, 24/7 fraud protection, pay with points, and tons more. Support your community with a hometown credit card from 1-to-1 Financial. Apply at 121fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, a proud Visa partner.
Jeeps, Chevys, Fords, Hondas, Toyotas, and more. Toyotathon is on, including all makes and models at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Arlington's got 300 used available. Plus, you'll buy with total confidence thanks to Arlington's 30-day exchange program that comes with your purchase. That's 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Toyotathon is on, even on used at Arlington Toyota. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, and online at arlingtontoyota.com today. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/Toyotathon for full details.
You're invited to shop at the White Harvest Farms and Farmers Market every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a market of fresh and affordable farm-to-table produce that comes from a 10.5-acre urban located at 4850 Moncrief Road. There's volunteering, classes, and farming demonstrations. Also, if you're interested in becoming a vendor or volunteer, call 904-354-4162 or visit the White Harvest Farms Eventbrite page. White Harvest Farms wants to be your favorite produce market. This initiative benefits the Clara White mission.
Look, boss, there's another Safe Touch house.
Just play it cool, drive on by.
Word on the street is these new Safe Touch security video cameras are really pinching the burglary business.
Yeah? How so?
Well, the cameras are integrated with the Safe Touch app, right? So the homeowner gets notified when someone even gets close to the house.
So that protects the entire property then?
Exactly. Driveway burglaries are a thing of the past now with these Safe Touch cameras.
Driveway break-ins. The low-hanging fruit of the burglary biz.
Yup. Boss, I heard someone even got busted for letting their dog poop in someone's yard.
Ha! Caught in the act with a Safe Touch security camera. Priceless.
Yeah, it keeps our job pretty simple. See a Safe Touch sign? Just drive on by.
Now, for a limited time, the Safe Touch Advantage plan includes free equipment and installation for new customers with an Advantage monitoring agreement. The Safe Touch doorbell camera, a $200 value, can be added for just $99. Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
The NFL is on. Key, Jay, and now Max Kellerman.
Here's a guy that you drafted in the first round that you think could potentially be the successor to Aaron Rodgers in the future, but could he at least be a damn backup?
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
It might make sense to go and hire a college football coach that doesn't have the responsibility of recruiting, the stress level that brings, where you now could just deal with grown-ass men with full beards, and you know you can't BS them around because they'll call you out opposed to the college game. So Ryan Day, Dan Mullen, maybe that's the way to go.
That's Keyshawn Johnson. You listen to him in the morning, 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. here on ESPN 690. Keyshawn, Jay Williams, Max Kellerman. You know, that lineup has changed like 4 different times. We have stayed the same.
Yeah.
Brent Martineau, Austen Lane.
The epitome of, well, Casey's door.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I said we.
I
hadn't jumped into Casey yet.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And actually,
just us two. Okay. I thought he was included with the family.
Yeah,
okay.
that's true.
So I'm not.
Sorry, Kate.
No,
yeah,
I'm
I guess not.
I'm like a
I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm sorry.
Appreciate you, man.
I never know when Casey's going to just, like, walk out the door.
Well,
sooner and sooner if I get treated like I'm not part of the family.
Keep treating him like that.
Listen, I dropped off white fudge covered Oreos. I mean, would you rather have white fudge covered Oreos or me say something nice about you?
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a tough debate, isn't it?
That's a good point.
Not really.
I mean, feed the belly or feed the ego?
Sugar takes care of everything.
I can feed the ego myself. That's not a problem.
Speaking of, a little Wednesday edition of Brian Middleton, Casey Kurtz coming up on Wednesday, 6 to 6:30. We won't have a show tomorrow, but Casey will lean into FSU basketball.
Nice, man.
So
I see you hustling, Casey.
Yeah, that's what I told him today. I love the hustle. Love the hustle.
You started it with a laughing emoji, so I didn't know if you were making fun of the hustle or.
Nope, there it is.
You know.
Yep.
No.
What's up with that, Brent? You laughing at him?
No, I mean, he asks me a lot of how many times, like, if we can do shows and this and that. And so I was kind of just laughing that he was asking on a show that we're not even in that day.
Yeah.
Like, he actually could take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I mean, where I come from, I think we call it hungry. I think that's what you want.
That's what I said, man. I'm not criticizing it.
Well, you're laughing. But
well, there's other reasons why. I just can't say it loud.
Okay, gotcha.
I can't say it loud.
Okay.
But, yeah. I'll tell Casey later why.
Okay,
but,
please do, because now I'm lost.
Yeah.
He didn't ask. He didn't ask about the laughing emoji.
Okay.
He just said, all right, I'll do the show.
Yeah.
Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz. Only 2 of us, though, are at Top Golf.
That's a good point.
Josh will be scheduled to join us at 5.
Since we have you on the horn, and this might be more of a 5 o'clock topic, but I want to get your thoughts on it because I'm a little upset. Schumpert last night.
Yeah.
Wins Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Biggest upset in sports entertainment history?
Without a doubt, nothing even holds a candle to it. What in the world's going on? I made a tweet and I pissed off the dancing community apparently. Because people were like liking my tweet and replying like I was voting for him on. I was like, oh, okay, now it makes more sense. So they didn't like that, but against all odds, wins it over JoJo Siwa. Yeah, I know.
I mean, he played for the who did he play? He played for the Cavs, I think.
Cavs and the Knicks.
Okay,
but I just don't understand.
Not a household name.
Exactly. So I don't know. Whatever.
Not a JoJo Siwa.
Not even close. Okay.
Not even. Hey, couldn't hold a candle.
Guys said he was good. So did he deserve to win?
Yeah, it's not about deserving. It's about popularity.
Which still,
and JoJo Siwa brought that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's rigged pretty much is what I'm getting at, and there needs to be a full-on investigation into the voting process of Dancing with the Stars.
The fix is in, Brent.
Is Dancing with the Stars your favorite show?
No.
I mean, I know you're not asking me that.
What is your favorite show?
Me?
Yeah.
Squid Game.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of shows, but I do watch that.
Well, you watch this one every week.
Yeah, I was
instead of football.
No, well, yes, but last night I was here listening to football on 104.5 WOKV, and I was watching Dancing with the Stars on the TV. So I was multitasking, as they say. But I don't.
So the winner there was Amanda, your fiance.
Because I wasn't home?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Okay.
because last time she got mad at you while you were watching Dancing with the Stars, didn't she?
I was watching
that was
Adele,
Adele, Brent.
Oh, that was
Brent, come
Adele.
on,
That was Adele. I can't keep up with all these.
I mean, she just dropped a new album, by the way.
These female-driven shows you watch.
Brent, the female-driven shows.
Listen, I'm cultured.
Oprah and Adele hanging out.
Hey, listen, we're going to target the audience for Adele and Dancing with
I'll
the
tell you
Stars.
what, man.
Let's go after 24-year-old Casey.
Casey, I'll tell you what, man. If you keep up this
Who
hard
does
work,
that?
I think you can have a roster spot at the WAP in no time, man.
No.
All right.
What's the demographic for Dancing with the Stars and Adele? Like, what are they
WAP is the
showing
demographic.
in commercials?
WAP is the demographic.
I'm not going to lie to you. It is a lot of makeup commercials.
Absolutely. Like, and it should be.
So I just
And
kind of
you're
scroll
sitting
through
through
Twitter
that.
and see what the people are saying, and then I come back. You know?
Maybe it's Maybelline, you know?
A lot of that.
Yeah.
Revlon.
How
many makeup spots can you? I can only name MAC because that's what I use on TV.
Is MAC have commercials?
I don't. I've never
Okay.
seen my commercial.
That's what you do use MAC.
Yeah.
Is that's like
I haven't
a
really
global?
used makeup in a while though.
Oh, you're lying.
No, seriously, I haven't.
Yeah,
I
you're
should.
lying to yourself. It's fine. So is MAC, is that like a global thing, or is that just more like a Florida? Because I have no idea.
I would
I'm
think
sorry.
it's a
Okay,
I think it's in all like
popular.
it's a big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got its own like stores, like usually in like town center. Like it has one in town.
Yeah,
center.
yeah, that's what I know.
But I think it's also like in like if you go to whether around here it would be Dillard's or
Yeah.
Macy's or something,
Yeah.
they have like the makeup departments.
Yeah.
And I think it's in there too.
So did you ask a girl to get your correct tone? Or did you ask like an employee? It might have been a dude. I don't know.
Yeah, at one time, but now I know it. So now I know what I'm looking for.
Your type is?
N25, I think it is.
What is that?
I don't know what the hell it is.
Oh,
It's
I don't
just
know.
that I know that's my
I
shade.
feel it'd be like,
That's my
Auburn
shade of makeup.
Sunset or something. N25?
I actually should come
you
up
just
with
going
like
to
a Battle of the Sunsets.
How
shade.
fun is that? Because I feel like lipstick has their own shades, right? You go to MAC, hey, I'll take the N25, please.
That
Two of
is
them.
a shade, yeah. Well, one of them. It's
N25?
expensive.
Does someone come up to you and hey, dude, you wear an N25 today? Yeah, I am.
I actually should have.
Give me
I
a
bet I had it in
break.
my bag, but I don't have my bag with me. So
It takes all the fun out of it.
yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
But I have gone in there. It's been an uncomfortable trip to the store on occasion.
Do you bring Hall of Fame stuff?
No.
Oh, see, I'd have to bring my wife just to kind of ease
I
that blow a
guarantee
little
you,
bit.
like
'cause
this is like without like there is no debate.
Mm-hmm.
I wear more makeup in the last 20 years than Steph.
But I mean, you have to be on camera though.
I
Like,
know. But Steph's like not a makeup. She don't wear makeup.
And that's awesome, and I respect that hustle. Because I think a little too much makeup. I mean, that's just my opinion. If you do whatever you want,
Yeah,
but
you gotta be careful with
yeah,
that.
it can you take it a little too far.
But anyway,
Casey, you big makeup
Casey,
guy?
I don't know how we got from Dancing with the Stars, and Adele love for you.
Yep.
Watching these female-driven shows to me and makeup.
Yeah, by the way, to answer your question, Austin, Amanda doesn't wear makeup either, so that's kind of
Really?
ironic. Yeah, not
That's
at all.
awesome.
Well, so
I respect that.
Well, maybe they're reaching Casey then with the Revlon and maybe it's Maybelline and MAC commercials.
It's hitting
Hey,
home.
Well, I mean, he's streaming, you know.
Is there
You gotta
another
be on the
sports
stream.
show that can identify 3 different types of makeup?
N45 you were, right? That's what it's called?
N25.
N25, okay.
Yes.
I'm going to keep that in mind for the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got you.
Actually, get me the makeup brush because those damn things are like $45.
What, $45 for makeup
Oh,
brush?
my gosh. The
Is it-
makeup
is
is
it
ridiculous.
like real horsehair they're doing there? Like real
I'm telling you, go to a makeup store.
real Arabian
just
horses?
for the fun of it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm
and
good.
go buy like a brush or some stupid
I'm
thing
all
that you
set.
got to use.
I'm
and
all
it's
set.
crazy expensive.
I'm all set.
I
Last
don't
time,
know, man. Your eye could use a little makeup.
well,
right now.
it sure could. Yeah, that's not a bad point.
All right. Where are we going with it? Should we take a break? No, let's go. Let's get our first topic, and then we'll take a break. How about around the NFL before Scobie comes in?
Let's get it.
Okay, only one of them, so all right, we can do that.
Well, then we'll do more on the other side of the break.
I like it. Was the Steelers and the Chiefs the game of the Steelers and the Chargers, can't read. Was that the game of the year so far?
That's a good call. Yeah.
I watched this, by the way. Yeah.
That was a good game. That's a really good call. Like, we really haven't had that. Now keep in mind, this is a debatable topic, and because in the first, 7 weeks of the season, I think they set a record with more games being determined in overtime or the last, minute or 2 minutes than ever before through, 7 or 8 weeks. So there's been a lot of close games.
Yep.
But from a memorable standpoint, I mean, the Steelers scored 27 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And then for the Chargers to go back and forth and come back and win it, I mean, yeah, I think you're probably right. It was most memorable in the last couple of days, but it might be the most memorable of the season. I would say, though, don't sleep on the first one of the year. Tampa and Dallas was really good. Remember that Thursday night game?
Yeah, you're right.
That was a really good game.
That was an overtime, though. That came down to...
I don't think that was overtime.
No, I don't think it was.
But no, but it was... Yeah, I remember that one, though. It was high-scoring affair.
Yeah, it was, or it might have been like a 29-27 game.
Okay.
That sound right? Maybe it was 39-37.
I mean, to me, what makes a great game is, when the momentum changes. And watching that Steelers-Chargers game, I mean, the momentum went back and forth. I mean, all of a sudden the Steelers' defense creates a couple plays. It's like, oh, this is their game to win now. And then Big Ben makes some mistakes. So, yeah, I would definitely say it was probably, in my recollection so far this season, probably the best game I watched.
That's a really interesting question, though, Casey, because – it had a level of improbability. It looked like the Steelers were getting run out of the
Jags-Bills
building.
was, a defensive juggernaut battle.
To be honest with you, one of the entertaining games from a back and forth and what's going to happen, and 2 kicks in the last of over 50 yards in the last 4 minutes, which had never happened in history of the game, and the 4th and 8 play and the defensive stop. I mean, the Dolphins and Jags game was highly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't extremely well played. It didn't feel like you knew you weren't watching 2 high-level teams.
Yeah.
But seriously, the Steelers aren't a high-level team right now either, and I'm not even sure how high-level the Chargers are. But it feels like those teams are so much better at the entertainment value. But if you look at the entertainment value of that Dolphins game, even from the outside looking in, and it was a morning game, so a lot of people got to see it. I mean, if you want a game to come down with a lot of ebbs and flows, that had it.
But I just think if you put both those games in the primetime slot, in terms of entertainment, I mean, it's got to be the Steelers-Chargers.
Yeah. Well, by the way, I'm not debating that it was it rivals it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it should go, but I'm just saying the Jags have played one really entertaining game.
True.
In that spot, but it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question. I'm trying to think of another game. Of course, we don't sit there and watch a lot of games on Sunday. Mm-hmm. But there have been a lot of good primetime games this year.
41 total points in the fourth quarter, by the way.
I wonder if people would agree with that. I'm going to put it out there. Let's take a break.
Yeah, because your last Twitter post wasn't great. Should we fire Casey? That was the the post.
I'll trump that. I had to leave that out there a while, but Dancing with the Stars talk every Tuesday from Top Golf is not really what I had in mind.
Well, it's a lot better than that coach show with the soccer thing. Whatever, I forgot the name. Oh, Ted Lasso. There we go.
Hey, there we go. Whatever gets the people involved. By the way, we also know who definitely will not be the coach of the Florida Gators. Might want to refresh your Twitter on who's new and rich and has a 10-year contract.
James Franklin, who people thought I was crazy about for even suggesting that the
going to
Gators
Florida?
should get him. No, he's not going to be. He's staying at Penn State until 2031.
Wow.
Got a big deal.
Okay, good for him.
All right, we'll be back. Tuesdays from Top Golf. More around the NFL we go when we come back.
Mike Greenberg is Greeny.
Did anyone watch football last year and think, you know what, I think there's just too much taunting going on? These guys seem to be too excited when they make big plays, and every now and again, it seems to be in the face of their opponent. This does not have any impact on the competition of the game until you choose to make it so. And what I'm suggesting is don't choose that. Don't choose that.
Greeny with Mike Greenberg. Weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio. And watch exclusively on ESPN+.
It's Thanksgiving, and we all know what that means, football. And nothing goes better with football than turkey. BetOnline.net has you covered all holiday season. More props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline.net remains your #1 spot for all the sports info this Thanksgiving. And it's not just football. BetOnline.net has up-to-the-minute info on pro and college hoops, NHL, boxing, UFC, even your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline.net. We're stuffed with deals this Thanksgiving.
I love football and I love chicken wings. Hey, everybody, this is Brent Martineau. We are a lot alike, right? You love football and you love wings. Let's win the week with Extreme Wings Sports Grill. 4 locations in Jacksonville, Atlantic Boulevard, Ocean Way, 210 in St. Johns County, and the new location on Roosevelt Boulevard near NAS Jacks, serving up the freshest, never frozen, world-famous extreme hot wings to Jacksonville since 1999. We like football. We like wings. We love a good deal. To celebrate the grand opening of the Extreme Wings Roosevelt location, get 6 wings, french fries, and a drink for just $12.99 at the Roosevelt location. 6 wings, french fries, and a drink, just $12.99. Active military gets special discounts. Jalapeno ranch, Caribbean jerk, spicy blue cheese, lemon pepper. So many flavors to choose from. And, of course, they can make them extreme if you want. Plenty of space at Extreme Wing Sports Grill locations. If you're looking for a place for the entire team, try Extreme Wing Sports Grill. I love it. You'll love it. 4 locations in Jacksonville, including Roosevelt Boulevard near NAS Jacks.
It's a sale so big, it's been 4 decades in the making.
It's Beards Diamond's incredible 41st anniversary sale, going on now until November 30th.
All GIA certified loose diamonds, all designer settings, pendants, bracelets, earrings, engagement rings.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to 41% off.
We've brought in extra inventory just for this sale.
For over 4 decades, families have been shopping at Beards Diamonds for the absolute lowest prices. Now, to say thank you, everything in the store is discounted up to 41% off.
Nobody beats Beards Diamonds prices.
If you're popping the question soon, celebrating a big anniversary, or even shopping early for the holidays,
now you can go even bigger and save thousands.
Beards Diamonds will never be beat on price. Believe it.
Shop the largest inventory in North Florida at Never Seen Savings.
Everything store-wide is on sale up to 41% off. But hurry, these savings will only last until November 30th.
Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
Can health insurance be a doorway to a healthier life? To yoga classes? To nutrition classes? To nurses you don't need an appointment to see? Or even community specialists who give you access to helpful resources? It can. Our Florida Blue Centers offer all that and a whole lot more. All you have to do is walk through the door. What else can health insurance do? Find out at floridablue.com. Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Hey, frequent heartburn may keep you from running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to PrilosecOTC.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started, plus 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, 0 heartburn. Go to PrilosecOTC.com and sign up today. 0 heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
What do you mean we don't have those numbers?
Bruno's sports analytics startup lost its math whiz to the competition.
In order to stay competitive, we have to have this.
Now he needs a new statistician to even the score.
I don't even think these predictions are the most current. I mean, this is.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Austen Lane from Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Smart speakers are becoming part of everyday life, so why not use it to listen to the radio? Tell Alexa, Google Home, or any other speaker to play ESPN 690. Give it a shot weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
Well, they're never going to give it to a running back because, it's a quarterback award. So I don't know why we call it the MVP. Just call it the guy that everybody likes best at quarterback. Aaron Donald, to me, was the MVP a couple times and never got the nod. But yes, he is playing the best in the NFL. As a player, this kid is on fire. And let's give some credit to the offensive line, but also the creativity in the run game for the Indianapolis Colts. They have continued to grow throughout the season. But Jonathan Taylor, I play with Edgerrin James, who's in the Hall of Fame, and their games are similar in the fact they are both patient runners and they're both extremely balanced in their ability.
All the talk about Jonathan Taylor right now, and there should be. Jonathan Taylor.
Do you know who that was? The audio?
That was Jeff Saturday.
Dang it. Yeah, it was Jeff Saturday. That's who I think it was, at least. I don't know.
He told you before.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I think that was Jeff Saturday.
Okay, I'm trying to get a point.
Was it Jeff Saturday, Casey?
It was Jeff Saturday,
okay.
Yeah.
Brett Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz, Tuesdays at Topgolf. You know what I like about this time of year at Topgolf? You got the heaters coming off the ceiling.
Yep.
And it was getting chilly. Like,
it's good feeling.
It changed from like 3 to 3:45. It got a little chillier. And now the heaters are here, and I like it. Kind of feels good.
Which that sun starts going down a little bit there, Brent.
I know it.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I just saw some signs as I went over, walking through the building a little bit, and $25 of free play with a $100 gift card purchase.
Okay.
This week.
Okay.
Up until the 29th, so I think that's through next Monday. So this Thanksgiving week, you get a little extra for buying gift cards, which is not a bad idea for Christmas presents and things like that here at Topgolf.
Good stocking stuffer right there.
Absolutely. I bought many a gift card here at Topgolf for either Christmas or like our Dream 18 golf tournament. So come on by, do that, look that up here at Topgolf, or just come on by each and every Tuesday and say hello to us from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. Steven says hello right now. He's on the line. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Happy Thanksgiving week, Steven.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. And Austin, congrats on your fight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. My main thing is, with all the rumors going around, I pretty much expect like a whole overhaul on this offensive staff because, I mean, it's just embarrassing, especially when, like Brent said, this Atlanta Falcons team sucks. And now it's just like, are we even going to put up a fight against them, against a team who's only scored 3 points in 2 weeks? And, Atlanta fans, if you've been waiting for that breakout game for Pitts, our track record against tight ends, you're probably going to see it. It's just embarrassing to see what's going on because, Joe Cullen is everything Austin said. Coach-wise, in my opinion, to after the bye week, sit back, take a look at the defense saying, I can't run what I originally wanted to, but I'm going to adjust to my players, and I'm going to make it work. And he has. Darrell Bevell, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he has. I don't see any changes. I've seen regression. So I pretty much expect a whole offensive staff overhaul by next year.
All right, Steven, appreciate it, man. Have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see. I'm not convinced of that. First of all, there's 7 games to change what you think. We're all on the heels of a terrible performance, and really the last month has been so bad. But the ebbs and flows of how we all feel, it's an emotional tie to the NFL, I think could change in 7 games. It might not.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then you're probably looking at a lot of changes. But you also got to be a little careful with the newness and the rookie and everything else, I think. To consider too many changes. We will see. We came in with a Jonathan Taylor soundbite, Casey. Are you getting at, is Jonathan Taylor the MVP right now? Is that one of your questions?
Sure.
I think he is. I think we're trying to make a case for guys like Brady, and we're trying to make a case for Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. Well, Lamar's missed games. Kyler Murray's missed games. Russell Wilson was on a path, missed games. Aaron Rodgers hasn't had that kind of year, has he? I don't think so.
No.
Matthew Stafford was on fire. Well, look at his last couple weeks.
Yep.
MVP candidates don't have 2 weeks like that, I don't think. Tom Brady has even cooled a little bit, although Brady's still probably the front runner.
It's Tom Brady now. We all know it's Tom Brady.
But can you give it to Jonathan Taylor's best player in the NFL right now, and the most impactful player in the NFL right now.
Yes, I would agree with that for sure. But, alluding to what we opened, this segment with, it is a quarterback-driven award. And I think storylines are a big thing as well. And I think, there's no bigger storyline than Tom Brady being as old as he is, still doing the dang thing. So, obviously he has to stay healthy, and that whole thing has to take place. But I just have a hard time believing if it's a running back besides Derrick Henry, who with a full healthy season, I have a hard time believing that a running back or a wide receiver could win it.
Casey, go ahead. What else you got?
Chiefs, all of a sudden 4 in a row. Were they just an early season slump, or what's the situation? Because it appears like everything's fine now.
Yeah, I don't know if everything's fine. They did it 1 week on offense, and then they did it on defense last week. And I don't know what to make of anybody. Careful of your trends, right? What's the trend? The trend right now is
I don't know who's good and who's bad anymore.
I don't either. The Colts actually have something that I can rely on each and every week. Jonathan Taylor's unbelievable.
True.
But even the pace he's on, I just don't know if he can keep it up. He might just be in a hot streak. So I don't know who the Bills are. I don't know who the Cowboys are. I don't know who the Niners are.
Titans.
I don't know who the Titans are. I don't know really who the Bucks are, because they've had a bad few weeks leading up to this game, which was kind of just handed to them, in my opinion.
Yeah. Green Bay can,
Yeah, Green Bay's wins, though. I think Green Bay is they find ways to win. I know they didn't this past week, but they win a lot of football games with Aaron Rodgers in there. So I would say no. I wouldn't put a lot of money on the Chiefs.
I think I still am, because if they can get a decent defensive performance with it against Dallas, and it's like I've always been saying, if Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, they can all stay healthy, they're too good not to be successful. And obviously Patrick Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah. All right, football at 5 coming up. Maybe some more topics. Casey, hold on to them. Plus, I just saw something on James Franklin's new contract.
Okay.
It's amazing. I need agents like this.
It's a lot of zeros.
It's a lot of zeros and a lot of interesting ways to get more zeros.
Okay.
So I'll take you through the contract when we come back. We're live at Top Golf. Tuesdays at Top Golf. I just heard from Scobie. Apparently, he forgot to tell us for a second week in a row he's not coming today.
Oh, he's
in
again.
Dallas.
For what?
Family. Thanksgiving.
Oh, sure. All right.
So there we go.
Okay.
Sorry, Scobie. I brought you cookies, bun cakes.
Oh, yeah, he's missing out on the bun cakes.
Austin wasn't going to give up those free-range hot buns.
No, these are mine now.
Yes. We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Now is the time to get an estimate on replacement windows. American Window Products of Jacksonville is a high-volume dealer offering a huge selection of products to keep your costs low. New windows from American Window Products can lower your energy costs and increase your curb appeal and security, all without breaking the bank. Call American Window Products for a free estimate at 904-667-0873 or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
Sick of big banks drawing money out of Jacksonville? Want your money to stay here and help local folks? At 1-to-1 Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, all of our capital is invested back into Northeast Florida. This includes our all-new hometown credit card. You get all the rewards and perks of a big bank, and every swipe invests back in Jacks. Get 2 points for every $1, up to 50,000 bonus points, 24/7 fraud protection, pay with points, and tons more. Support your community with a hometown credit card from 1-to-1 Financial. Apply at 121fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, a proud Visa partner.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to let the good times roll. And by roll, I mean roll on home in a brand new Toyota, because Toyotathon is on at Arlington Toyota. Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Tundra, Tacoma. Arlington Toyota has 300 new Toyotas available. And with Arlington's 30-day exchange program and lifetime warranty with every new purchase, buying your new Toyota's more fun than ever. Toyotathon is on at Arlington, 10939 Atlanta Boulevard, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/Toyotathon for full details.
Peace, y'all. This is Common, and I'm passionate about helping the Black community learn about lung cancer, a disease that disproportionately affects us, which is why I'm here with Stand Up to Cancer, to bring you the facts. Fact. In the United States, over 25,000 Black men and women are diagnosed with lung cancer each year. Fact. Our community is more likely to develop advanced lung cancer than any other racial or ethnic group. Fact. Lack of access to health care, lack of clear resources for help, and mistrust in the medical system are not helping us beat this. Fact. Lung cancer continues to be the leading cause of cancer deaths among Black men and women. But there is a way for us to take back control of our health and change things. Learn all that you can about you or a loved one's diagnosis and treatment options. Get more information on lung cancer, screening and clinical trials by visiting standuptocancer.org/lung cancer. Together we can bring about real change, because change is possible, and it starts with you.
What's your ultimate game day experience? A tricked out man cave? Deluxe tailgate? Then enter the 5-Hour Energy Football Sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000 and make your ultimate game day experience a reality. To enter, buy any 5-Hour Energy product and upload the receipt. It's that easy. The 5-Hour Energy Football Sweepstakes. Enter today.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 and a legal resident of the U.S. Ends December 10th, 2021. For official rules and how to enter without purchase, visit 5hesport.com. Void where prohibited.
O'Reilly. Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, earn double O Rewards points with your purchase. Get ready for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anna Jar and Levine studios. Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
You will get fired. That is the pressure cooker that they still get paid to be in. With the ESPN Radio Sports Beat, I'm Jason Fitz.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news, Penn State and football coach James Franklin agreed on a 10-year extension. He was rumored to be a potential candidate at multiple schools, including LSU and USC. Amid continuing struggles on offense, the Giants fired offensive coordinator Jason Garrett less than 2 years on the job. With Garrett calling the plays, New York averaged under 19 points a game this season. Senior offensive assistant Freddie Kitchens expected to take over play-calling duties. Meanwhile, New York does have another concern. Quarterback Daniel Jones believes ESPN's Marcus Spears.
Inconsistency, not knowing what type of guy you're going to get each and every Sunday. And I hate the way that Daniel Jones plays scared or almost in a panic at times. Like, dude, be an athlete. Don't throw the damn ball to a defensive lineman. Be an athlete. Make a play.
Our Marcus Spears. Baseball, the Rays and star shortstop Wander Franco agreed on a 12-year contract guaranteed $185 million. It's worth a maximum of $223 million. NHL Lightning center Braden Point with an upper body injury expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks.
Coming up Wednesday, it's trending toward one Super Bowl winning coach leaving his team at the end of the year. But will he be the only one? That's Wednesday morning. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anna Jar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austen Lane.
It's so disappointing on a number of levels. First of all, I find it somewhat ironic that one of the last things that happened with OBJ is his dad posts a video and they want to get rid of all the noise and he's a problem. But the starting quarterback, the franchise starting quarterback's wife does something very similar. So that's not acceptable. Like, if you want to be the franchise quarterback, be a battlefield commander, you can't have your agent, your loved ones, get them off social media. That is not being a leader. As a leader, you absorb criticism and you deflect praise. And when you call out the fans, that's even worse. So that's a big 0 for 2. You play like crap. Your wife's on social media.
That's Mike Tannenbaum talking about Baker Mayfield, I believe. Did you see, like, Matthew Stafford's wife threw a pretzel at somebody a couple weeks ago?
Well, you had that. You had Patrick Mahomes' brother, like, throw water on some people, like, earlier in the season. See that?
I didn't remember that one.
Yeah, his brother's really big on TikTok, in case you didn't know. So, like, his brother did something. What's up with all these family members kind of?
I was going to ask you that, though. How hard is that? I mean, first of all, for Baker Mayfield, yeah, sure. If you're around it, you know you're going to get some stuff.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield, by the way, has been very polarizing anyway for his entire career, really.
Yeah.
And so but how hard is it to not say something? Like, you have to be really well disciplined.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, your first reaction from a family member, I'm talking a family member, not even like somebody that you know, like we're friends or something like that, but I'm talking a family member, and your mom or dad or you're the wife or you're the big brother,
yeah,
and they're like just, it's one thing to say one thing or another thing, but endlessly just killing your brother or your son or your husband.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard thing not to do. I mean, I'm not saying you should. I'm just telling you that's easier said than done to stay quiet.
Oh, it would absolutely drive me nuts, right? Because obviously you're in a very high-profile position, whether you're Patrick Mahomes, whether you're Matthew Stafford, and, like, you're going through so much right during the season, and the last thing you need is more just white noise, more ambiance that you didn't ask for. And that's exactly what it is, right? And then when it's relatives, whether it's wives, whether it's brothers and sisters, like, you have to answer for that because, like, you're Patrick Mahomes' brother. You're Matthew Stafford's wife. I mean, yeah, I get you're your own individual person, but, like, you're tied to that. So not a good look.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, I mean, did any – this is something, like, I feel like players, like, in your position don't have to deal with as much, right?
Okay.
Like, the defensive end is not getting ripped like the quarterback is getting ripped. I mean, even the running back, there might be the only way you're getting ripped is if, like, it's the AFC Championship game and you had a roughing the passer and, like, this stupid, like, Rayshon Jenkins kind of moment. Right? And it cost you the game.
Yeah.
So it's not – you're not getting this constant level of criticism.
Yeah, it's not like you're Tom Brady in a Super Bowl and then all of a sudden Giselle questions it right after the game because you lost, and then she's going on social media blasting the organization saying what kind of play calling was that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's not like, listen, Caleb on Chason hasn't played well, right? But nobody's sitting there and so much so, like, hammering Caleb on Chason to the point where, like, his family's going to say something on social media.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier to navigate that.
Yeah.
I mean, you are Baker Mayfield. I mean, Matthew Stafford's situation a little bit different probably because she threw the pretzel, which I think is kind of funny. But really, you know where this all started? This wasn't social. But can you imagine if Kurt Warner's wife was on social media? I don't know if you remember this, but Kurt Warner's wife, Brenda Warner, was super outspoken, like very protective.
Okay.
And said a lot of things, like, over time in front of a microphone, and I don't think it was social media related. It couldn't have been yet.
Yeah.
And there was a big conversation about that. Like, I remember that during his career, whether it was with St. Louis or later with Arizona, or even he was with the Giants for a little bit too, I think. Mm-hmm. So I remember that being a topic. Like, she was a topic.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have social media at that point, and she was a topic. Like, I'm telling you, if Kurt Warner, if we had social media like back then, like, she would have been on, like, a sports radio topic on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Wow, I guess I don't remember that too much.
Look it up. Go look it up. Go Google that. Like, Brenda Warner, I even know her name.
Yeah.
I mean, why do I know Kurt Warner's wife's name?
I have no idea.
Like, that's
I have
why.
no idea.
Because I remember it being a topic.
Let me ask you this. You're a quarterback in the NFL. What would drive you more crazy? Your wife speaking out causing controversies? Your brother, your own blood, speaking out causing controversies? Or your mom speaking out a la Zach Wilson, a la Eli Apple for a little bit?
That's right.
Or is it your mom speaking out and causing some like what one would probably, like, be the most annoying to you?
Yeah, I would say that I think probably my wife.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because, like, I just feel like you have to have this conversation with your wife. Listen, we signed up for this.
Sure.
Right? And before it even happens. Like, I mean, I told Steph we were in college. I was like, if we get married, you signed up for this, but I'm going to work crazy hours.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work crazy hours.
Yeah.
Now, if you're the quarterback and you plan to play in the NFL, and I'm not saying she's going to like it, but you got to be like, listen, you can't do that. We've just got to suck it up. Turn the other way. Got to take the high road. And again, I'm sitting here to tell you that I think that's easier said than done. But I would say I can't have that conversation with my mom as much. Like, I can have it, but her mom's still going to be mom instincts.
Yeah,
you know, your brother's still going to want to go fight somebody.
Sure, but to me, I think the whole mother thing would be the most annoying. Like, if I was Zach Wilson, I would be so annoyed.
Yeah, well, the difference with Zach Wilson is she's not protecting him. Her stuff is kind of doing her own thing.
She's doing her own thing, but
part of the conversation.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
That's definitely a distraction.
She's like trying to cash in on 15 minutes of fame. It seems like.
True. I would definitely. But I mean, if my mom tried to do that, that would rub me the most wrong way. Because at least, like, okay, I get it. If my wife wants to act up and defend me, like, I mean, that's okay. I mean, don't do that, but I get it. Thanks for having my back. You know, ride or die, as they call those. Brent, ride or die.
Ride or die.
If
for
my
worse
mom,
or for better.
If my mom was doing that, like, moms don't sign up to be ride or dies. Okay, moms just got to make sure that you're okay. And I just feel like if your mom speaks out and she's a distraction, then it's almost like you're back in high school again. It's like your mom's embarrassing.
Yeah, I feel like, though, I don't feel like there have been times. You mentioned Eli Apple and you mentioned Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
To me, those are moms that wanted a piece of the spotlight. They were very selfishly motivated. That wasn't like protective of their kids.
True.
Like, I can't believe he's like. I mean, again, I always go back and I remember having conversations with Blake Bortles, like, and that stuff. Bortles got hammered for years, and it affected and impacted his parents, like especially his mom. Like I know it did.
Yeah.
And he had to tell her, he's like, get off social media. Like he had to, like she wasn't saying stuff, but she was seeing
But she saw it all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
no one wants that for their kid. I
and
get
nobody
that.
wants that. So then, so those conversations take place, especially in a social media world, and. I think it is really hard, though. I always see, I see on there, he doesn't have to deal with it either because he's not in this position, and also he plays so well. Is Calais' brother?
Yep.
Is he's very active on social media.
Yep.
And so, like that's one I know, like he's on social media, but he never has to say anything negative. Calais always has positive things going on. He's always played well. He's not the quarterback, right? So it'd be really, it's a tough deal, man. I think that's a tough deal, especially. But why would your wife be on social? Like, there's no reason.
But
like, my wife's on social media right now. She probably sees stuff people say sometimes.
Yeah.
And not everybody likes me.
No, for sure.
I mean, I don't get it like Baker Mayfield.
Well, I'm sure you and my wife are talking trash to each other about me behind my back on Messenger, so it's all good.
Messenger after your win.
So it's all good. I still think, like,
I thought it would be kind of weird if I asked you, like, can I have Cody's number?
Yeah, that's gonna be a negative. I'm drawing the line right there. I mean, thank you for the bunt cakes. We'll see how those turn out. Stay tuned, everybody. But that's where I'm drawing the line. You're not getting the number. I still think that, like, family members, like siblings. Yeah, I mean, sometimes siblings can just be the black sheep, and it is what it is. So, like, I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm an only child. Well, I have a half sister, but pretty much an only child. So I wouldn't be too affected by that because I don't really know what that's like. But to me, it's all about the mother. Like, if my mom tried to parlay my success into her own success, I would have issues because it's a distraction. And honestly, what I would do if I was a quarterback and my mom was doing that, I would have pictures set up. I would have like probably 10 different pictures of different homes, of different, communities that eventually sometimes you'd put your mom in. And some are going to have windows with a nice, like, pool view, and some are going to be basements. And I'll be like, all right, Mom, well, I saw you on Twitter again talking smack. Guess what? We're downgrading back to the basement. Here's what you're getting right now. Let's try to improve that. What do you say?
That is a low level of, like, child to parent abuse.
That's not child to parent. No, it's not child to parent abuse. I'm trying to win some ball games. I'm a quarterback. I don't got time for this.
That's not a bad way to go. Hey,
yeah.
Mom.
I'm not even ask. I'm just sending a picture. Here's a basement.
The beauty
2 stars on Yelp.
The beauty of this for me is my mom, she didn't even know texting exists. Wouldn't even know where to find social media.
Yeah.
So she'd have to really see it on, like, some morning show.
Yeah.
For her to notice.
No, thankfully my mom's only on Facebook as far as she's on Instagram now as well. But.
She beat you to the gram.
Well, so she's on Instagram for business, though. It's more business.
Okay.
I hope.
You hope.
I tell myself that. Yeah.
Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz. All right, what else we got on the football side of things, Casey? What have we left out?
All right, here we go. So there's 3. Sorry,
stymied you for a second.
Yeah, all good. Don't worry. So there's 3 5-5 teams in the playoff hunt right now in the NFC. That'd be the 49ers, the Vikings, and the Saints. As of now, 2 of those teams would get in. Which 2 will it be if it stays that way? The 49ers, the Vikings, and the Saints.
So 2 out of those 3 get in. Yeah, because there's only 5 teams over 500. Isn't that crazy in the NFC?
It's insane.
Well, this is easy. The Saints are done. And you know why they're done?
Trevor Siemian?
No, because they just paid Taysom Hill. Like, why do they keep paying Taysom Hill?
I feel like there's some kind of
is any
ESPN 30 for 30 will have to come out with that.
I will tell you
He's got something on the organization.
I'm going to tell you this, all right? And guys, you tell me if I'm wrong and you remember. I do not remember seeing one play this year with Taysom Hill involved, like in a highlight. I don't even know how much he's played. I know he was hurt a little bit for a bit.
Yep.
Trevor Siemian is now the quarterback like 4 weeks in a row with Jameis Winston out. Like, this is this crazy deal where like it's get anywhere from $40 million to like $90 million based on what. I mean, if he can't play with Trevor Siemian being out, what has he done to earn the contract in this season? Am I missing a play? Like, how much has he played? Has he contributed?
No, I mean I think he's been out with injury or COVID or whatever the case may be. To me, this is a case of ego and Sean Payton saying, I can make this guy work. Like, I know something that everybody else doesn't know, and I'm going to show you guys when he's healthy. He's a nice piece to have. Like, you would want Taysom Hill as opposed to not wanting Taysom Hill. But to put your offense through him, to trust his arm to try to win you games, because, I mean, if you're paying that much money, that's what you're doing. No. Absolutely not, because we've seen it. It hasn't worked out for Taysom Hill. So I don't know what he has on the Saints organization. I don't know if it's some sort of blackmail. I don't know if it's a pyramid scheme. It's something. But the fact that guy gets another contract is beyond me.
Hey, Casey, I mean, can you find anything on Taysom Hill from this year? Like, what's his story?
Yeah, there's not a lot, but I can tell you he's had 24 touches for 156 yards from scrimmage.
Is he healthy now, or how many games did he miss? Does it say?
He has played in 7 games.
He's played in 7 games, and he's got 24 touches.
That is correct.
And he just got a $40 million contract.
I thought he had COVID the whole time. Haven't heard his name.
Like, what is...
Haven't heard any kind of
fantasy
relevancy.
Seriously, what are we missing here?
It's Sean Payton. I think it's Sean Payton thinking he can make him a dual-threat quarterback, and, like, he's going to revolutionize the offense position.
But he hasn't even tried to this year.
I know.
Like, this is the year to do it.
What else would it be, though? No, well, yeah, they're still trying to win. I mean,
are they, though? I mean, they're playing Trevor Siemian.
No, I get you. But then what else would the reason be? Like, why would you pay Taysom Hill that much money? Why would you invest that much time and energy if you don't think that you can make him a starting quarterback going forward?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I wonder. I don't know how this happened. Like, I want his
Brent
agent.
wants answers.
I want his agent.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we have golf balls coming out of our bag. Like, nobody's clicking the golf balls here. But how did this happen?
Hey. Someone gonna.
I'm watching this.
Do we hit something? There's just.
Is there a button?
Golf ball after golf ball
coming
out right now.
I know this is radio, but it's just wild. We're looking at the bay here at Top Golf.
It stopped.
You know when you click the button, like, or you wave your club over the thing if you've been to Top Golf and the ball comes out. Well,
we have
while
7
we
golf
were talking,
balls.
7 golf balls just came out of the.
Just nonstop,
and we're nowhere near it.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, we interrupt around the NFL talk for that and Taysom Hill. I can't believe it. Go ahead, Casey. What else we have?
All right, we got how did the Titans lose to the Texans? And this is a 2-parter. And I know someone's probably going to get upset when I ask this, but that's fine. Who will finish with a better record, the Jags or the Texans?
Who? Let me ask you this, though.
Man.
Is this a
That's
sequel
depressing.
to the book, How Did the Titans Lose to the Jets?
Yeah, same author and everything.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, here's the deal.
Tyrod, man.
Well, Tannehill, too. 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
And Tannehill's not playing as well.
Yeah.
He's really not. Like, he wasn't playing as well even before Henry got out of the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And he is not. Like, there was a time where Tannehill was like, holy cow, man.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Like, he was like one of the better quarterbacks playing in the league. He has not played that way front to back anyway this year.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get a game like that where he throws 4 picks. And by the way, in a very strange thing, I don't know if you can look this up, Casey, but the Houston Texans have been able to force turnovers at a high rate this year. They still only have 2 wins because they turn it over a lot. But they know how to
Lovie
force
Smith,
turnovers.
man. Yeah. No, without a doubt. I watched a good. Well, so it's funny listening to sports radio in Houston. It's a lot like Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of similarities. Listening Friday night, like they didn't think they had a snowflake's chance, and you know what, that they're going to win that game.
They almost don't want to win, right? They're kind of like the Jags last year.
They're just kind of making a joke of it, and they're to the point of just listening where it's like, all right, and we're not going to have our head coach next year either. Like, he's just kind of a holder, a placeholder, till we get somebody good. So they're throwing away this season. And then to watch Houston come out and play like they did, it seems like it's been the story this year of the NFL, where it's, in terms of parity, in terms of, good teams just laying an egg. I mean, it's happened twice now, the Titans with the Jets and now the Texans. It makes zero sense. I mean, I get it. Tyrod Taylor had a good game. A.J. Brown goes down. Derrick Henry's out. But if you're Tennessee, you can't lose that game.
I think I saw my man Orlovsky say they actually moved the ball really well in that game. They just kept throwing picks. They kept turning it over. And so I didn't watch like a lick of the game.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, well, Texans have got out in front on people already this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give it up late, kind of like happened to the Patriots game too. And so I just figured, all right, Titans will come back. Well, they never came back. They didn't win the football game. As for the part two of that question, Texans or Jags, I believe right now, by the way, the Jags have the third pick in the draft. The Texans have, I think, the fourth pick, right, Casey?
Yeah, because they have the tiebreaker over the Jags.
Yeah. So
who has two?
Jets.
Miami? Oh, the Jets. Hello, yeah.
And so there's still time to screw that up, too, and get, we could get the second pick here.
Yeah?
The Lions are going to have the number one pick.
Of course, yeah. Do you think they'll win again this year?
Yeah, I think they'll win.
You think so?
I do.
All right.
Even though it's hard to tell. I mean, they are so bad on talent. The Jags have 10 times as much talent as the Lions.
This is true.
And only 2 more wins.
Yep. And by the way, you know who was on the list right now when we're talking about who's going to have more wins? The Eagles.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they keep on winning.
Soft schedule.
Do you concede or not?
No.
Okay.
I haven't conceded Arizona. Although they just passed, they got to 9.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't concede, you lost. Sorry. You blew it, you lose.
I was thinking they were 8-2.
Nope.
Are they 8-2 or 9-2?
9-2, right? Casey?
Please hold. I'm working on the turnovers for the Texans, which, by the way, is incredible. I think you got to be lying. But once again, I'm going to do the keep talking thing while the Google loads. Yeah, they are 9-2.
Oh, Brent, missed it by that
lost.
much, huh? 11 games into the season, and you're already out. Bummer.
Lost.
Can't wait to bring that audio out from the archives.
They can win with Colt McCoy at quarterback.
They're that good, man.
I'll tell you, because their defense is good. That's what people don't talk about Arizona. Their defense is really good.
Well, that and the run game's good, too.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty good in all phases.
Yeah.
Anyway, I say the Jags have more wins than the Texans because the Texans are trying not to have more wins. Jags are going to still win a few games, though.
Yeah.
Or a couple.
I mean, I say that. I'll be honest. If that's not the case and Texans have more wins than us,
that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing, and I'll take back everything that bad I said about Houston. Because remember I said Houston's a laughing stock on Twitter and all that? What does that make Jacksonville?
Can you imagine if the Jags get swept by the Texans? I don't want to imagine it.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to speak into existence.
I don't either.
Look at me being Mr. Sunshine Rainbows guy right now.
That's good because I did a heel turn earlier.
You did. I'm proud of you, man. I like it going on the dark side.
Can you explain to me how Houston has 13 interceptions and 12 recovered fumbles?
That's amazing.
Flying around.
How do you know where that is on the list in the league? I mean, are they like 3rd or 4th in the league?
I had to go to their actual page and count it so I can try to find that stat.
Oh, okay. Well, no, don't worry about it. But by the way, 25 turnovers would be near the top of the league.
I think
the Colts lead the league.
Yeah.
But no doubt Houston is near the top.
Yeah.
And they still only have 2 wins. That's how bad their football team is.
It's wild.
The Jags have 4 turnovers. The Houston Texans have 25.
Man.
25. Did I count that right?
Schedule?
Can I say that one more time? 25.
Hey, you know what they say, Brent? They happen in bunches.
Bunches.
I mean, that's a whole heap.
Yeah, it's a heap.
Happen in heaps. Yeah. That's. I mean, truth be told, you should probably have more wins.
Is that his MO? I mean, his turnovers?
Well, no, I mean, remember.
Guy,
well, I think of Lovie Smith. I think of Peanut Tillman, getting the punching the ball out and everything. Lovie Smith is really big into creating turnovers, tips and overthrows. You got to have those. But that's got to be an anomaly, though. I mean, I don't. I get it. You're playing aggressive. You're flying around, but sometimes you just have to have a little luck on your side.
How many wins would the Jags have if they had forced 25 turnovers? Because the Texans have 2.
Yeah.
But the Jags, I feel would have 5.
Well, it's still the Jaguars' offense, though. So.
Well, I know, but the thing
2.
about it is you're giving your offense. See, the Jags.
2.
How many turnovers do the Houston Texans offense have? A lot more than the Jags.
True.
You know?
No,
and so if you get turnovers, you're giving it to your offense in a pretty good position on the field. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do touchdowns happen in bunches? Because I'm waiting on that one.
I know, but Davis Mills probably turned it over quite a bit in those situations. And, I mean, that is astonishing. I mean, to be honest with you, I want Elias to check this out. But that has to be the most amount of turnovers and fewest amount of wins through 10 games like ever. It has to be.
That's not a bad.
It's like the
call.
only formula that you know is like bulletproof in the NFL.
Casey, do we know that that's turnover margin?
Well, the margin's not as good. No, because they turn it over a bunch.
I'm sure they do, but they have to have more turnovers in terms of the plus category, right?
I would say they're still plus.
I would hope.
I would say they're still plus.
Okay.
Because that'd be a lot of fumbles. 12 forced fumbles is a ridiculous
They're plus
amount.
2.
And they're plus 2.
Well,
now,
there you go.
said forced fumbles. Are they recovered or forced?
I think I said recovered.
You did? Okay.
I think.
Well, that'd be a big difference.
Well, I mean,
right?
but that'd be a turnover, though.
Well, forced doesn't mean a turnover.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so you got to be a turnover.
Yeah.
So you had 13 picks on Houston's defense, and if it's 12 fumble recoveries,
man,
I mean, that is sick. And they're only plus 2.
That's unfortunate.
That's even more sick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And not one of those players going to the Pro Bowl. I mean, maybe they will. I don't know. I just feel like no Houston Texans are going to the Pro Bowl this year.
I can't even name a guy in the secondary for Houston. How do they have 13 interceptions? Who's the guy?
Any guesses? Oh, just in general. I'll give you a couple options.
I mean, Jonathan Joseph isn't there anymore.
Isn't the guy from No, he's gone?
No, he's not there anymore, I don't think.
Who?
Like, Joseph?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Colvin's long gone. He went to, Washington. He might even be out of the league now. He lasted there for, a year.
Well, they got Whitney Merciless. I mean, he's not a corner,
No, Merciless got traded. He's now, did he get cut or traded or something?
Yeah, no turnovers for him either. Your leading interception getter is our guy, Lonnie Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Lonnie.
How many does he have?
He has 3.
6?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Well, they got a lot
Big
of
game Lonnie, they call him.
I don't know.
Then you got you got Desmond King in the 2.
Oh, sure.
Lonnie Johnson called Ronnie Lott.
Oh, no, Desmond King's from Iowa.
King. Yeah, he's a good
Wait,
player.
He was the Chargers guy?
Yeah.
He's actually, he was kind of a little bit of I think he was a bit of a bust in L.A.
Yep.
And then you've got Justin Reed with 2 as well.
All right, Reed, I know that name.
Okay.
Huh. Everybody else has
wild.
1, and there's 8 of them, and I've never heard of any of these people besides Vernon Hargraves.
John Smith. Vernon Hargraves actually might have picked, I think he picked Trevor.
Oh, really?
I think he did.
Okay.
Remember, it was the worst throw of the year by Trevor. That was the one the 3 Texans were around. I'm pretty sure that was the pick of Trevor. So
I'm just trying to go over their whole roster right now. Yeah, I don't recognize a lot
you
of
probably
these.
can't name 6 guys on their roster outside the quarterback spot.
I mean, I play fantasy football, though.
Do you? Would you even look at Houston?
No, I mean, I wouldn't look at him, but I'm familiar. Well, they just cut the dude, and I can't think of his name, the guy from Denver, the running back.
Oh, yeah.
Philip Lindsay.
Lindsay's gone. Yeah.
I was going to say, actually, do you have any interest in Jags should pick him up?
Wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt.
I tell you, would you rather have Philip Lindsay or Carlos Hyde?
Philip Lindsay.
Do you think Philip Lindsay's pretty punctual for being an undrafted free agent? Do you think he would show up to your show on time, Brent? Do you think he'd just be happy to be there?
Listen, this has been such a tough year for Carlos Hyde and the fan base that I have actually moved to the top of the list of people that like Carlos Hyde.
Yeah. No, you've been
I've
very
never
supportive.
disliked Carlos Hyde.
I know. It's just the whole didn't come to the show.
He just got a little sleepy with that.
Yeah. Was that the excuse?
Yeah. That was
he slept in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He was taking a nap.
Okay.
At 7 p.m.?
I was going to say.
That's what I was
taking
told.
Taking a nap? Taking a coma? What are you doing?
That's what I was told.
All right.
Hey.
By him or his people? His people.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
We'll be back. Action Sports Shacks. I can tell you one thing. He's never coming on a show of mine again. I'm not sure I'm inviting him, but he could score 4 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, and he sure as hell ain't coming on my show.
I'd have to be doing the best thing for the community, and Brent's like, yeah, we're all set now. I don't care if it's the holidays or not. Go and buy your coats for kids. We're all set, thanks.
No, but it's not even me. Like, I would invite him on, but if I were him, I wouldn't come on my show.
No, sure, yeah.
We'll be back.
What an endorsement, Brent. I wouldn't come on my own show.
Well, I mean,
cool.
I've kind of joked around.
Stay tuned, everybody.
I mean, we'll be back. We won't sleep through the final half hour, I promise. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Tuesdays with Top Golf. Roll on.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
A breezy and chilly day today. Have your sweaters and jackets nearby. With mostly sunny skies, we only top out in the upper 50s. A cold one tonight, down into the 30s inland, 40s at the beaches. And Wednesday, tomorrow, will be mostly sunny and cool, highs 60 to 65. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, where now you can save up to 41% off during Beard's anniversary sale.
I love football and I love chicken wings. Hey, everybody, this is Brent Mortno. We are a lot alike, right? You love football and you love wings. Let's win the week with Extreme Wings Sports Grill. 4 locations in Jacksonville, Atlantic Boulevard, Ocean Way, 210 in St. Johns County, and the new location on Roosevelt Boulevard near NAS Jax, serving up the freshest, never frozen, world-famous extreme hot wings to Jacksonville since 1999. We like football. We like wings. We love a good deal. To celebrate the grand opening of the Extreme Wings Roosevelt location, get 6 wings, french fries, and a drink for just $12.99 at the Roosevelt location. 6 wings, french fries, and a drink, just $12.99. Active military gets special discounts. Jalapeno ranch, Caribbean jerk, spicy blue cheese, lemon pepper. So many flavors to choose from. And, of course, they can make them extreme if you want. Plenty of space at Extreme Wings Sports Grill locations. If you're looking for a place for the entire team, try Extreme Wings Sports Grill. I love it. You'll love it. 4 locations in Jacksonville, including Roosevelt Boulevard near NAS Jax.
Boss, got some bad news in the Crooks R Us newsletter.
Uh-oh, what is it?
The headline reads, Safe Touch Security proven to be more dangerous to crooks than ever before.
Let me guess. Is it the guaranteed response? No, it's gotta be the two-way communicator, right?
Actually, it's the new integrated Safe Touch Security video cameras.
Ah, great. Safe Touch up in their game again.
Boss, now the homeowner gets notified on the Safe Touch app if someone even approaches their house.
It just doesn't seem fair.
Nowadays, getaway cars aren't even safe. Those Safe Touch systems catch everything.
Well, the good news is it doesn't change a thing. We still just stick to the Crooks R Us golden rule, stay away from Safe Touch houses. Remember that and everything will be fine.
Now, for a limited time, the Safe Touch Advantage plan includes free equipment and installation for new customers with an Advantage monitoring agreement. The Safe Touch doorbell camera, a $200 value, can be added for just $99. Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
The right time for the best water is right now. CGC Water Treatment wants to make sure your family's water is clean, healthy, and tastes great. CGC Water's done that for my family for a handful of years now, and it all starts with a Connecticut system. American-made and installed by the pros at CGC Water Treatment. Contact CGC Water Treatment now for your free water test. Connecticut systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Connecticut makes the world's most efficient softeners, twin-tank, non-electric systems that use less salt and water during regeneration. Right now, save up to $600 on select system packages. Financing available with approved credit. Just call CGC Water at 904-552-1242 and ask about the Conway Club, the new service program that will save you money on salt, filters, delivery, parts, and labor. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local independent Connecticut dealer.
Whether you're a rock-solid hard athlete or a hardcore fan, in Little League, a pro, or a weekend warrior, Cora Physical Therapy is here to help you reach your goals. We're happy to announce that Cora is now open in Kingsland, on Boone and Haddock, and we're coming soon to Brunswick. With a total of 17 clinics in the Jacksonville region, there's sure to be one near your home or work. Call or come in today for a free screening. No physician's referral needed. CoraPhysicalTherapy.com. Treating everyone right.
This following message is brought to you by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and its radio station.
This is Max Mayfield, former director of the National Hurricane Center. This hurricane season, you need to update your family preparedness plan so it includes COVID-19 preparations. So when a storm threatens, be ready to prepare your home and have your family hurricane kit ready. Include supplies for your pets and enough COVID-19 sanitizers, disinfectant wipes, and masks. Know your zone, know your home. For more information, go to floridastorms.org.
I'm Marcus Roberts.
a jazz pianist, and a proud graduate of the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind, a state public school available at no cost to eligible K-12 Florida students who are deaf, blind, or both. FSDB prepares students for a lifetime of success, allowing them to do more, be more, and achieve more. For more information, call 800-342-3732 or visit www.fsdbk12.org.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So it's about that time for an oil change? We've got what you need. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge Full Synthetic or Full Synthetic High Mileage and an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for just $31.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Get in zone, AutoZone. Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Listen to ESPN 690 anytime, anywhere, on any device. Whether you're at home or on the go, get the latest on the Jags, FSU, the Jumbo Shrimp, and Action Sports Jacks on Odyssey.com. That's AUDACY.com or on ESPN690.com.
The reason why it was the right time is that the program has completely imploded since a year ago when Florida was playing for the SEC championship against Alabama. Yeah, they had that really close game against the Tide this year. They needed a 2-point conversion to tie, but since then, it has been an absolute disaster, losing to Kentucky, losing and getting blown out by schools like South Carolina, lost in overtime to Missouri, got waxed by Georgia, which is no great shame. But the accumulation of all that and the fact that Dan Mullen is not exactly a likable coach at times forced the administration there to say, you know what, the situation here is toxic.
That's your guy, Paul Feinbaum.
Legend. Legendary Paul Feinbaum.
Hey, Zach Wilson's going to get the start, by the way, for the Jets. Did you see Mike White and Joe Flacco go on the COVID list?
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, weird.
Mike White, end of an era. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's back to the
I don't
Zach
even know who
Wilson
else
show.
they have on their QB roster.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
It's Josh Johnson.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
do.
right.
That's why
3 touchdowns, was
Blake
it, or
Bortles
4?
should be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Blake Bortles a job sooner or later.
I
Bortles
mean,
would
I
be
think
great
he's
on
doing
the show.
He'd be great on the show.
Bortles would be really good at this.
I'm surprised Barstool didn't give him an opportunity. Honestly.
Yeah, I think he tried to. I actually don't think he would do anything right now. I think he wants to lay low to hopefully get another chance.
Okay.
And so his best thing is to get off the Barstool. Like, that didn't help
It's
him.
not a good look.
You know?
Okay.
It never helped him. Like, it helped him because he was a fun guy, but it never helped him from a CEO QB standpoint. Like,
I mean,
and people
Deion
who
was
said,
on. Yeah, Deion was on there. Got a head coaching gig.
okay, Deion's a corner, and he's also like a personality.
Yeah, I
the
got you.
point being, would any good quarterback in the history of the game be doing Barstool?
No, probably not.
So that's the problem.
But Aaron Rodgers is doing Pat McAfee, and
Fair enough.
there's similarities.
There is a bit of there are similarities there. That's actually the best example. Like, that's probably the only example. But he's kind of gone rogue.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he really has. Like, and he's so good.
Yeah.
But I can't couch it. I mean, point. You answered the question. I mean, that's almost the equivalent. I mean, it's not quite the equivalent. I mean,
but
Bortles was being told and asked to do you can tell Aaron Rodgers still controls the content.
Well, and especially it's a former player asking the questions and kind of leading the conversation as
Yeah.
opposed to Barstool guys, which is fine. I mean, I have nothing against Barstool. I think they're great. But Traps is a friend of the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a while. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane, Casey Kurtz. Tuesdays at Top Golf. Getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah.
We're going to do some picks. So let's save the picks for the last segment. What are we doing for Thanksgiving, fellas?
Casey, you want to start things out?
I'll be at my house.
Well, that was exciting.
Nice.
You want me to drop you by an extra bundt cake just so you can have something extra to do?
Just tried
sure.
my first one. I'm not mad at him.
I won't turn down anything that's free. So, yes.
Casey, can I interest you in a Friendsgiving at Pete's Bar? It's kind of a free endorsement for them, but a block party before Thanksgiving starts?
Potentially.
All right. Give me a call, man. I'll see you out there.
Sounds good.
That's what my friends and I do, Brent. We do the Friendsgiving out and about at the block party, and then we go home to our respective wives and girlfriends and whatnot later on in the day.
So, what? I mean, Pete's Bar is a thing. It has been for a while. It's like a traditional thing.
It is a traditional thing.
So, like, it's a mob scene there.
It is a mob scene,
right?
Yes, it's definitely a mob scene. Obviously last year was closed because of COVID. Then 2 years ago was bad weather. So I feel like people are going to be rip-roaring ready to go for this one if it's going to be nice weather, which it should be.
I think it is, actually. Yeah. I think it's supposed to be really nice.
So that's kind of a tradition that my friends and I started. And then, like our significant others just like, yeah, you guys just go have your boys' time, have your Friendsgiving, and we'll just hang out.
But you told me you're going prime rib for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're not going turkey. I think we did turkey. No, I'm sorry. We did prime rib last year as well. I mean, turkey's great and everything, but
turkey's probably a shade overrated.
I mean, I've been over this before, Brent. Like,
it's overrated.
You deep fry it, and it's like, okay, there's better things deep fried.
Yeah,
give me some mozzarella sticks over a deep fried turkey.
I mean, that's crispy skin of the turkey on the outside. I mean,
okay,
that's good. Man.
Okay, but so you have the crispy skin, and then I get where you're coming from. I agree with you. It's crispy, it's salty, it's savory. Yeah, delicious. But you get like one bite out of 30 bites are the skin. The rest is just the meat inside. So you sacrifice all that time of deep frying a turkey for 2 bites of skin and 36 bites of just regular turkey. I'm not for it. So, yeah, we're doing prime rib. Can't wait. Brent, your plans?
I can't tell in case people are listening.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
Awesome. I'm glad you brought this.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, this was great.
But
it was really good when you shut down the conversation without me at home.
Hey,
that's it.
Hey, and then
well, no kidding, home for the holidays.
And then a Thanksgiving miracle happened, and I extend the invitation to Pete's Bar. We'll see.
Hey, here's the real question. Y'all seen The Lion King?
Of course.
Of course.
What was Scar's name before he got the scar? Mm-hmm. Makes you think, huh?
Huh.
Yep. I don't have the answer, but I'm just asking.
How did you get from Thanksgiving to
do you think he was born with it?
I know, right? Like, I think he would have to be born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline? Maybe he's born with it? I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, is this just one of your random thoughts, or is this like on Twitter right now trending?
No, I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from Thanksgiving dinner to that. Like, that's a really good random thought question. I appreciate that because I have those questions like all the time.
Well, Brent,
in my mind.
you're giving us nothing for your Thanksgiving.
You literally
plan,
asked us
so
what
we
we
had
were
to go
doing.
for.
We didn't have
We
lunch.
had to go to the bullpen and bring in Lion King.
Yeah.
Right now.
You're like, well, I can't say. Well, I had to go somewhere. I had to bail us out of something.
Yeah. I can say because nobody's listening from home, but we're going home, but nobody knows.
Well, hopefully, yeah. No one's listening. We're fine.
He couldn't say 2 minutes ago, but now he can. Good.
Yeah, what the hell? I mean, nobody's really listening.
Yeah, you're good.
But so we'll see. We'll have the old traditional Thanksgiving, I think.
I like that.
We haven't had that. See, I always say that we do not do the traditional Thanksgiving very often. I've worked a lot on Thanksgiving over the years. I've been fortunate last couple of years. Weber usually helps us out.
Yeah.
And he works, and we got some high school football stuff. But I've been fortunate at times in my career here in Jacksonville because, like, Steth's family used to come down, and they would go to Disney for, like, the week or weekend, like, so Wednesday through Sunday when the kids are out.
Yeah.
So for a long time, went to Disney. That became like a traditional thing, and I would just join them there, thankfully, for like 36 hours, and that's it. Not because of them, but because of Disney. That's not the happiest place on earth. And but that has kind of faded over the last few years. But because of that, you don't eat the traditional. I think that's our one. It's probably multiple things that we've screwed up on parenting.
Yeah.
But that was one, like, we don't really have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Like, my kids are not used to that.
Sure.
Because they went to, like, Disney or we were going wherever, but we never really had a lot of, like, hey, turkey, stuffing, all the rest of it. We've done it on occasion, but not like an annual. Like, most people, like, hey, you have that and you don't leave, right?
Yeah,
you have to have that day, right? Well, we haven't really had that in our house.
So Thanksgiving was really fun for me as a kid growing up in Wisconsin because we would always celebrate it at like our hunting. It's a cabin, but essentially it's like a hunting shack because my grandparents own like 400 acres of timber, and that makes for prime real estate and deer hunting. So we'd always had Thanksgiving there. So it'd be like me and my mom's cousins, and it was It was always a great time, but I always remember every single year being a kid watching football, or it was like the Shania Twain concert, because I am so consistent on this, Brett. Shania Twain, and I love her to death, but she finds a way to weasel herself in to every Thanksgiving. Like my childhood was Thanksgiving, turkey, stuffing, and Shania Twain, and my grandpa saying, she moves pretty well. So every year, wouldn't fail. So
Grandpa.
Yeah, but so I remember just sitting because we had like Lazy Boys and the hunting shack, so we're sitting in our Lazy Boys, and man, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd grade. And every single year, tradition is my grandpa would pour me, just a little bit of Miller High Life in a styrofoam cup, not tell anybody. And but every single year it got to be more and more until the point where I was in like 4th grade. I'm like, Grandpa, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I should be having this much. He's like, oh, you're fine, So, but that would mean, it always, because being a very old school gentleman like he is and everything, didn't really show a lot of. Compassion or just, positive reinforcement. Like that was his way of saying, hey, happy Thanksgiving. I love you. Here, let's split a Miller High Life together. So that was always my big memory of Thanksgiving. That, and we used to always play Pictionary. And that always ended.
Pictionary.
Yeah, but that always ended in a family fight because people were supposedly cheating and stuff. And I remember being a kid thinking, like, you guys are acting like a bunch of children right now. But
those Pictionary games, by the way, they are
intense.
They are intense.
Intense.
Listen. I've always said this, Steph. It wasn't Pictionary; it was more Monopoly or whatever else we played.
Oh, it's too long, the Monopoly, but I got you.
I can't explain how mad she would get when she would lose those.
Yeah,
games.
Be competitive. See, I feel
like I'm competitive, but if the kids are competitive, which they are, it's from her.
Yeah,
because just from the board games. I don't even think she was as competitive when she played college volleyball as she was when she played the board games.
Yeah.
But somebody always, and it still happens. Anytime, like in our house, somebody always goes home mad. Well, somebody's always angry or goes up to their room or gets sent to their room after playing something like that.
Well, if you're playing Monopoly, I get it, because you're spending 4 or 5 hours at least playing Monopoly. If you don't win, what a waste.
Yeah, what a waste of time. You're right.
What a waste of a day.
Yeah, what a waste of a whole day.
I mean, what a waste. You could have watched Netflix.
You're in it to win it.
Yeah.
And you better win it.
You better win it. Oh, I'd be the same way. I'd be irate.
All right, we got Thursday night, Thursday football picks. And, I got to tell you more. I'm trying to find it now. I can't find it. The Penn State and James Franklin's contract. I got to tell you what's in it. That's why I want his agent. It's coming up. Tuesdays from Top Golf rolls on. Final segment before the holiday week closes for us. We'll be back on ESPN 690.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I love football and I love chicken wings. Hey, everybody, this is Brent Mortno. We are a lot alike, right? You love football and you love wings. Let's win the week with Extreme Wings Sports Grill. 4 locations in Jacksonville, Atlantic Boulevard, Ocean Way, 210 in St. Johns County, and the new location on Roosevelt Boulevard near NAS Jacks, serving up the freshest, never frozen, world-famous extreme hot wings to Jacksonville since 1999. We like football. We like wings. We love a good deal. To celebrate the grand opening of the Extreme Wings Roosevelt location, get 6 wings, french fries, and a drink for just $12.99 at the Roosevelt location. 6 wings, french fries, and a drink, just $12.99. Active military gets special discounts: jalapeno ranch, Caribbean jerk, spicy blue cheese, lemon pepper. So many flavors to choose from. And, of course, they can make them extreme if you want. Plenty of space at Extreme Wings Sports Grill locations. If you're looking for a place for the entire team, try Extreme Wings Sports Grill. I love it. You'll love it. 4 locations in Jacksonville, including Roosevelt Boulevard near NAS Jacks.
Jeeps, Chevys, Fords, Hondas, Toyotas, and more. Toyotathon is on, including all makes and models at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Arlington's got 300 used available. Plus, you'll buy with total confidence thanks to Arlington's 30-day exchange program that comes with your purchase. That's 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Toyotathon is on, even on used at Arlington Toyota. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, and online at arlingtontoyota.com today. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/Toyotathon for full details.
Injuries on the job can cause you to lose control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar Levine. Money is not coming in and your medical bills are piling up. Our legal team is here to help. We can help you file all your workers' compensation claims to make sure you get the proper benefits you're entitled to. If you've been injured on the job, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
ESPN 690 is home for the Florida Sportsman Fishing Show hosted by Captain Rick Riles. Tune in every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. to find out what's biting now. Fishing so fresh, you can almost smell it.
The right time for the best water is right now. CGC Water Treatment wants to make sure your family's water is clean, healthy, and tastes great. CGC Water's done that for my family for a handful of years now, and it all starts with a Connecticut system. American-made and installed by the pros at CGC Water Treatment. Contact CGC Water Treatment now for your free water test. Connecticut systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Connecticut makes the world's most efficient softeners, twin-tank, non-electric systems that use less salt and water during regeneration. Right now, save up to $600 on select system packages. Financing available with approved credit. Just call CGC Water at 904-552-1242 and ask about the Conway Club, the new service program that will save you money on salt, filters, delivery, parts, and labor. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local independent Connecticut dealer.
Men suffering from ED or PE? Has Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center is featuring Restore Wave, the latest in non-invasive ED treatment. You'll see results on your first visit or pay nothing. Call 904-618-3497. That's 904-618-3497.
The Florida Forum Speaker Series, brought to you by the Women's Board of Wolfson Children's Hospital, is underway. Don't miss Major General Charles F. Bolden Jr., a retired Marine officer, astronaut, and former NASA administrator, on November 17th, and four-time Super Bowl champion and broadcaster Terry Bradshaw on January 20th, 2022. The series takes place at the Times Union Center for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets today at thefloridaforum.com. The Florida Forum has contributed more than $9.2 million to Wolfson Children's Hospital of Jacksonville.
Welcome back here to Top Golf Tuesdays at Top Golf. Brent Morton, Austin Lane, Casey Kurtz, heading into the Thanksgiving holiday. All right, this is why I said I want James Franklin's agent. It's a new 10-year contract. Here's what it has on it: $7 million per year guaranteed base pay. That's whatever. I guess that's the going rate. $500,000 per year retention bonus. So, like, if he makes it to the next year because he did an adequate job to not get fired, he gets $500,000. Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
Like, why am I not working that into my contract? Hey, Brent, you get an extra $5,000 every year because we got to really scale this on the money he's getting. Actually, that'd be like $5 for my contract versus his. Hey, Brent, you got another $5 if you stay because we don't want to fire you.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Congrats.
Good. Hey,
way to do your job.
You know, it's called loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty.
And it's hard to find these days.
Unbelievable. $1 million per year loan for life insurance. This has become a thing. Like, Jim Harbaugh has this in there, too. And I don't fully understand how that works.
If something horrible happened?
Yeah, if he died, he gets $1 million. Okay. I guess, like his family does.
But then
is that how that?
Okay, I'm confused. Okay.
So they're basically paying for $1 million life insurance plan. Is what I.
But then if he doesn't pass, obviously, then they just
forfeit it, I guess.
How much does $1 million policy look like? What do you get? What kind of benefits are those?
Well, I guess when you're 50 years old, to start a $1 million policy is probably not cheap.
I'm pretty sure we have commercials for that on this station.
It's a good call. I'll definitely check those out, Casey. Thank you.
But I don't even know if I'm reading it right. To be honest, I don't fully understand what that means. What I think it is, like when you get a life insurance policy, you'll sign up for the next 30 years. So this might just cover him through like the time of his contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe.
I don't know, man. I play in the NFL. It's something.
Whatever. Just don't die, Franklin. That's what they're saying. $1.4 million a year in potential incentives. All right, a lot of them have that. Sure. And how about this one? 55 hours per year private aircraft for personal use.
Private aircraft?
For personal use, not for recruiting, but just to go wherever you want.
55 hours a year.
I mean, that's like probably let's take the longest trip. Let's go to California for it's a 6-hour flight. And so you can do that and forth. That's 12. It's like 4 different flights to California.
Yeah.
And by the way,
not a bad gig.
If you're making $7 million a year, you could probably afford to jump on a $20,000 chartered flight.
Do you think Urban Meyer's got the Kismet privileges?
I bet he has some.
Do you think he's got Kismet privileges? Yeah.
I bet he has private jet privileges, but also.
Oh, I didn't get a private jet.
Yeah.
Kismet. I mean, unless you're Jay-Z or
I don't
Beyonce,
know.
it's hard to come
He
by.
didn't take the Kismet back from Cincinnati. All right, let's go. We're going to get to our Thursday night games. Here's the deal. We're picking all the Thursday games, not Thursday night. And, Casey, you go first. And the rules are this. Casey goes first, I'm second, you're third because of the way this all went down. But you've got to pick one outright winner.
Okay.
You've got to pick one. There's 3 games.
Yeah.
One's got to be a spread game, and one's got to be an over-under.
Wow, this Casey's trying to get back in the game,
No,
right?
I made the rules up. But
okay.
So go ahead, Casey, you're first.
Okay.
Give us the games and spreads.
Chicago at Detroit, -3 for Chicago.
Oh, what a terrible game.
Vegas, Vegas at Dallas. Vegas is +8. Buffalo and the Saints. Saints are -5.5 in New Orleans. So, I guess. Oh boy. Give me the Bears -3. Oh boy. Give me Dallas to win and give me Buffalo over 45.5.
All right. What are the over-unders for the other 2 games? Do you know that?
I do know that.
I got 'em.
So Chicago game is 41.5, and the Vegas game is 50.5.
Okay. You went outright winner was Bills?
No, Dallas.
Oh, Dallas, sorry.
Bills was the over-under, and Chicago was the spread.
Okay. Oof, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Chicago as the outright winner. I'll take the Bills on the spread.
Okay. So then you need to go.
I'll take over. I'll take over in the Dallas game.
Okay. So, Austin, I'm trying to figure out what that leaves you with. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, so it's pretty much all made up for me, huh?
Bears-Lions, you got to take the over-under.
Yeah, so over-under 41.5.
Why not? Let's go over.
I would, too. I
Okay.
almost chose that directly.
So then.
The spread game is Raiders-Cowboys.
Correct.
And, okay.
So that would be +8 for Vegas or -8 for Dallas.
Go ahead and give me Dallas.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to write all this down.
No, it's fine.
Good thing we have a 3-hour show and we did this in the last 4 minutes.
I'm just wondering why I have to pick last. But
Because you're in the lead.
Oh, am I really?
Well, you won in fantasy. We're tied, but you won the fantasy one.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Hey, that's what I wanted to hear.
First time this year.
So then
That's what I wanted to hear.
I guess all you have to do is pick the Bills to win outright.
Which I will, yes.
All right.
Hey, thanks for making it easy on me, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I think.
That was kind of confusing.
I don't know. Yeah,
I know. But we did it. All right, happy Thanksgiving, fellas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy the rest of the week, everybody. We'll be back on Sunday morning, by the way, with ESPN 690 Game Day live from the Duval House before the Jags beat the Falcons, 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. For that, you got FSU football Saturday against Florida. That's a big game for Mike Norvell. Got the Mike Norvell Coaches Show coming up next on ESPN 690. So ESPN programming all week long. We'll be back at it next week at 3 o'clock. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us on ESPN 690 from Topgolf.